I should have had drank. I should have had drank.
And we need about 6 minutes. I'm gonna give 6 minutes before we kick off the show. All right, so we're live. We're live, boys. What up, chat? What up, chat? How you guys feeling? We all heated? We all mad?
I'm ready for this.
We're upset? All right. Listen, it's 9:44. We'll get the show kicked off at 9:50. We're just gonna give 6 minutes for people to hop in here and join the conversation. I'm gonna tweet it out, George. Is that cool with you?
Sure.
All right, George's.
I'll do a pregame beer then. I'll do a pregame beer.
Angel's drinking, so you know.
I'm mad. I ran out of liquor this weekend. I would have taken. I would have seen sunglasses Jorge out today.
No. I'm glad.
Not just that, they shut down the fucking gym today. Oof, I was already in a bad mood, and then I was doing IKEA shit today. Like I was building shit.
You're yelling.
Two things I hate: not going
yelling.
to the gym,
You're yelling.
and fucking IKEA, dog. I hate IKEA. IKEA. I hate IKEA, dog. Oh my god.
You're peeking.
It's the same old situation.
You're peeking. You're peeking on the audio. You're peeking.
Let me lower this shit.
You're peeking on the audio. That's all.
How's that? Is that better?
Yes. I think it's only when you scream, which I get it. I understand why you would scream
It's
today.
the same old situation. Is that better?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Whew, man.
All right, boys. Whoosh. Long faces today, huh? Long
Hey,
faces.
Pete, this though. Rudy, you say you have notes?
Yes, I have notes.
Watch this.
I'm just here so I don't get fined, dog.
Yeah, same. I will show up. Mine's on my desktop.
Well, welcome to another episode of Galaxy Fan TV.
Accurate.
I'm telling you, we're Arsenal as fuck.
Oh man, let's read some comments on the chat.
Let's not-
Carlisa says, "I
let's
hope
not-
things
not let
change
Angel-
soon with this team."
Walter Mercado, rest in peace, dog. Yeah.
BH Nut says Julian Araujo over Fulcher. We need G2 coach to teach the first team how to possess the ball. That's from Little Apple. 6 points. Joe Corona back. We should be good. Yo, hot takes right here. Hot takes.
Really?
We played good, but you just missed 3. Gabriel Guardado. I think that's when you read, right, George? Angel?
Yeah.
Read it.
It says we played good, but you just missed 3. That's the one you read?
Yeah, I'm like, wait, what? Are you even watching the games, bro?
Fernando says the Rose Bowl was fun. It was fun at the Rose Bowl, actually.
That's dope, man. I'm glad to hear.
Nice.
Like I saw a lot of people rolled up, and actually, like it was a good time. I'm glad that y'all there, and I'm glad you guys are listening to us on the way back from the
Yeah.
Rose Bowl.
Yeah.
Stay in
Hell
your
yeah.
fucking car though.
Yeah. And audio only this time, all right? I know you guys have it on YouTube, but audio only. It's what Mike says. Dunbar was the highlight of this match, man.
You
Listen,
know, fuck
we
that.
got
You know
some
what the
talk.
highlight of this
We got
match
some-
is?
No. Don't
It's
tell me yet.
over.
Don't tell me yet. Don't tell me. Oh,
No, because we're not gonna dive deep into him because he's not even our player. Sebastian Blanco, dog. What have I been saying about him for how long?
oh yeah.
For how long?
Oh yeah.
Suck his
I-
fucking
I-
dick already, dog.
Yeah, I
the game.
will. I will.
He
You know
changed
what?
the
I'm
game.
gonna slurp him up so good. He's gonna come to the Galaxy because we need that. We need
wish.
that. That's what we need. We need a creative player. We don't have that. Out of nothing, creates 2 fucking goals, dog. Out of nothing. Well, in partly because we have a dumbass goalie, and then the second goal we have a dumbass defense. But it's
didn't
the
even see
one
the first
fucking
goal, dog.
player, bro. Like fuck, man.
That was the first. Oh, yeah, the first goal.
Yeah, the first one, David Bingham did this. Gives it right back to fucking Jimmy Chara. and then-
We'll break it down. We'll break it down. Listen, 3 minutes.
Let's go
3
live
minutes.
already.
I got
3
no.
We're live. I'm just giving 3 minutes. 9:50 is when we.
I fine.
kick
I'll
off.
just sing in the meantime.
No, go live.
And we're
Never
starting.
mind.
And we're starting.
Oh,
Man.
that's the only smile
Look,
I've
it's
had.
crazy because Rudy, and it's not that I want to be right, but I'm right.
We'll talk. Listen, we'll talk about why I think you're wrong still.
Oh,
why I
shit.
still think you're wrong.
I mean,
we'll
actually,
talk-
it's the bottom of the table right now. Everyone got points today in our group.
Oh wait, maybe we're talking about 2 different. I think you're wrong in depending on your take. I'll go into.
Gabriel Guardado, yeah, I talk smack about the G's because unlike a lot of the Galaxy fans, which is like 90%, I actually expect good shit from my team, and I hold my
Which-
team to high standards.
Which is what Chris says. There's a fine line between being a fan and knowing how soccer works. And
Yeah.
listen, and we're gonna come on here and we're gonna cut the shit straight. If anything, we might give them a harder time than what they should. But they play for the fucking Galaxy. If that's good soccer for you, if you liked what
you.
you saw, then
Preach.
I feel bad
Preach.
for what's about to happen because this shouldn't be the level of what we're seeing.
Well, listen.
Preach.
Here's the thing, right?
Preach.
And we got a couple minutes before we start. There's. I agree with you, right? This is not a good game, and I don't want to go detail, but I think that there's reasoning for it, right? And that seem they should be able to be addressed. but again, they haven't been. So again, we'll go into it in about 1 minute. We got 1 minute. Countdown, boys, is 1 minute. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, 1 minute, and we'll get the show started. Just kind of trying to give myself a good timestamp on where to start. So in 1 minute, we'll get started. Listen, sheesh, man, sheesh. What a fucking
Hey,
what a
look fine?
fucking
They
game.
look good?
Yo,
That
look good.
look fine? Yeah. All right,
It was
cool.
look good. It
How
was
does my
good.
beer look? Does my beer look nice, cold and crispy?
Yeah, but there you go.
Yeah.
Either right. You didn't show no brand. I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's on.
It's
That's on
usually
Oh
that,
yeah,
bro.
I covered, dog. Yeah,
Yeah. They ain't paying us for shit.
It's might lure.
Mike Lur.
Yeah, might lure. Yeah, might lure.
All right, boys. Here we go. Good evening.
Liller might. That's what it is. Liller might.
Fuck this evening. This evening. Dumb
Listen,
evening.
It's a different show for us today because we're coming on like right after the Galaxy game. I mean, the Galaxy game finished
It's
about
kind of cool though, because
20 minutes ago?
we have our emotions.
yeah, it's fresh.
Yeah,
it's
we
fresh.
have our emotions.
It's fresh as shit.
Oh, it feels like if we're at a fucking viewing party. You know how we after
Yeah,
the
post-
beers we
it just talk
we
shit.
post up. We just dissect and like some people will take off, but yeah, man, I feel it. I dig this.
I like as well. I like as well. Chat and anybody listening live on YouTube, let us know how you think. What you think of this? If it's something you want to see more often when the guys play at the right time or not. But let's get into it. Right, we just came off from watching the Galaxy play the first match in the MLS's back tournament.
Oh wait, I want to know how you doing, bro.
Oh, you want to do that? Okay, we could do it.
Yeah, I want to know how you doing. I want to know how George is doing. I want to know how Masa's doing. Like,
No,
that
okay,
sounds like
I could
that
definitely
sounds
do
like
it.
happiness to me.
I mean, it's probably the only happenings we'll talk about.
Yeah, so-
But I'm fine, and that's as good as it gets. I'm just fine. We got to see G's play today, and we have a lot to say about that. But other than that, I'm fine. How you doing, George?
Same. I was excited for today until 7:30 hit. And then now I'm waiting for the Dodgers to start. So we're there right now.
Masa, how you feeling, puppy?
I was excited, dog, about today. 15 minutes into the fucking game, I'm already like, this is the bullshit I'm gonna have to deal with. So, yeah, dog.
Angel, how's the fitness update?
Oh, listen, bro. I knew since earlier when I heard the news, I was you know the day was gonna be bad when I go to IKEA. I hate IKEA. I hate building shit. I loathe. I detest building shit. I hate IKEA, but I had to go to IKEA. And when I was at IKEA, tell me why I fucking find out that the fucking gym's closed.
Yeah,
So I'm already pissed.
Yeah, everything's closed down again.
So I
huh?
can't go to the gym. And then Jesse has to fucking tell me. He's like, oh, well, now you could go to the Rose Bowl. I don't want to go to the motherfucking Rose Bowl now.
Mm.
And then I get home and I have to fucking build shit.
That's fun. No, not
Build
fun?
shit.
Sometimes.
No,
Nah,
I
it's never
hate
fun.
it.
It's never fun. I was being way
It doesn't
sarcastic.
matter.
For me,
I
at
fucking
least.
hate building shit. It's from IKEA. If it's from IKEA, you see that box back there? I gotta build that shit tomorrow.
So
What
you
is
didn't
it?
finish.
It's for the boys, dog. It's for so I can put the Funko Pops and shit. But dog,
Oh, the shelf, that's easy.
all right, you come and do it. I don't want to do
Oh,
that
hell
shit.
yeah, I'm down.
All right, yeah, I hate that shit.
All
And
right,
then the
Angel,
fucking gym's closed, so I have nothing to look forward to. And then I'm looking forward to the G's, but I know what I'm expecting.
Well, let's get into this. Let's get into this, right? We finally got to see the G's back in action, which we had been wanting for 157 days. Is that the number? I don't remember. I know Galaxy tweeted out, but it's something like
After
that.
today, dog, I could have gone another 150, to be honest.
Easy.
Hey, facts, dog.
Easy.
Listen, all right,
Oh,
but
me,
the Galaxy did play today. With a lineup that we were close, missed on a couple things, but I think so. Let's just go through it, right? At goalie, we had David Bingham. At center back, it was Apipo and Steris. Insua out left and Felcher out right. In the midfield, it was Sasha and Kitchen holding on the center midfield positions, with Dunbar out left, Leggett out right, Pavon playing like a cam false nine, and Chicharito up top. Even though they flip flopped sometimes, I mean that's something we pretty much talked about last episode, right? With when we talked about our depth and what we thought the lineup was gonna be. I thought we all said, I think we were all leaning a little closer to Benny, but apparently Benny had the red card. I forgot about that. I mean, it's been so long, I forgot he had a red card, right? So he was serving his red card, so he wasn't in the lineup. Everything else seemed pretty close to what we called, including Dunbar, which I think we get into it in a little bit. He's nice. I thought I saw something in the scrimmage, and I think he proved it today. But let's get into it. Way early. Handball inside the box. We get a pen.
Let's go back, dog.
Oh, you want to go?
How long
back
did
to
it take us to get a hold of the fucking ball?
Yeah. Well, hold on. No,
Jesus
Masa,
Christ, bro.
no, Rudy's right. When we finally got a hold of the ball, it was still after that penalty. We didn't really get a hold of the ball in some type of control until like around the 25th minute or so.
All right, let's start there, and then let's go there. Let's go.
No, let's start before that. let's talk about really quick because I got notes for days
Yeah,
right now.
okay,
For
go
days.
for it. Go for it.
And,
So,
and I didn't listen. We could have highlighted every single thing. There was a lot of bad, but from the get go, there's certain things because remember we talked about the spot, and I think the consensus was that Depoy was going to start, right? So I was a bit surprised when I saw Steres was starting. I don't know about you guys.
no,
Were you surprised?
I was good with
Okay,
either one.
I was. I'm not gonna lie. And look, bro, 9 minutes into that shit, fucking Steres, a dumbass. Like we're trying to establish possession. We find it's been Portland 6 minutes of nonstop fucking passing the ball around and pressing us. We really can't do shit. We're finally establishing a little bit of fucking possession. And not Felster, Steres tries to rotate the ball. We had rotated from the left side all the way to the right side. Finally gets to Steres. He tries to rotate the ball to fucking Felster and hits the ball out of fucking bounds.
Yeah.
Felster has fucking spaces. He has acres of fucking space to get that fucking ball. How the fuck do you pass the ball back?
Is that surprising?
Out of fucking bounds.
Is that surprising?
It's not surprising, but
Yeah.
that's the fucking problem.
No,
We
I
need to
agree.
address
I agree.
this.
No, I
It's
100%
terrible.
agree. I
It's
100%
bad.
agree. But listen,
We're trying to
but
establish possession, bro.
but listen, there goes to a problem, and I think I said in one of the chances that I think all of us are in. That first half was so bad because we were playing with two. The team was split in two. We had the defending half and the attacking half, right? Both Sasha and Kitchen were sitting right next to people and Steres. Therefore, like there was no like the team was not moving as a unit. It was moving in two separate halves. Again, like that play with Steres, that's all Steres. I'm not even talking about. But us holding possession, it was so weird because like, some of us in the chat, some people were ragging on Leggett always passing back, but Leggett was playing a winger, playing out wide, and he was receiving the ball just barely outside our defensive half. Right, so like it's hard for him to like turn and go because where's he gonna turn and go to? He has no outlet on that wing because he's that outlet, but he's getting the ball there, right? Like I think like from the start you see that, and I think I'll address this again like for second half because second half you see actually at the end of the first half you see both Sasha and Kitchen, mostly Sasha kind of step up more, and then there was a connection between defense and the attacking, which made the team look different from from that moment on. The team looked different with that. Am I wrong by thinking that? Like because that I thought that was pretty clear to me.
But okay, but even when we have that, even when that, so you are right, that did happen. Even when we have that connection, there's no urgency of trying to do anything with that.
Thank you.
So even if we have that connection in between the defense, the midfield, and the forwards, what good does it do us if we're just kind of looking at each other? If one person grabs the ball and there's no movement, there's no urgency, there's no type of idea that, and like we said, on paper, we should be doing this. Let's call it rust. Let's call it they haven't played for 4 months, but this is a lot of the same shit that we've been seeing. We've been seeing no, there hasn't been any creativity. The only time that I feel that the game opened up wide is when a 17-year-old got it on the wing and would attack a defender one-on-one.
Well,
That's
actually,
the only time. If correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't he the one that gave the ball to Pavon?
So let me put some structure. Let me put some structure. Let me put some structure because I think we're jumping up and down everywhere. And I get it, but I'm just trying to bring it together. Angel, and then kind of like you have it more based on minutes. Does everybody have notes based on minutes or just kind of general
no?
All right, so do me a favor, like try to like
all right.
compile notes
when
the
Steres
moment
thing happens early, right? And
Yeah.
that to me sets precedent because your team is trying to establish possession, like Masa said, right? We weren't controlling anything, and that to me is a big deal. Look, if a midfielder or forward loses, I understand, but from your defensive perspective, you have to be
with no
solid.
pressure.
You can make those mistakes. I don't give a fuck if you've played fucking 150 days ago or fucking 10 years ago. If you're not sure, pass it back to your goalie. Even then, that's still questionable. You know how I feel about that.
Yes.
Right. But don't fucking kick the ball out when we're trying to establish.
Yeah.
But you know what? Somehow, miraculously, a minute after that fucking stupid shit, somehow, what George said, we get the ball to Dunbar, and we'll, as this entire thing progresses, we will see how flawed. I don't know if it was a GPS issue or it's just a team thing because we're trying to figure out what we're gonna do with our lack of winger on that side right now. But Dunbar showed a lot of promise.
Well, listen.
But the first thing that he did.
No, go for it.
Oh yeah.
Go for it.
10 minutes in, right? He gets that ball on the left-hand side, and he was not afraid to try and go forward.
Yes.
He didn't try to look back
At all.
He didn't try to, sure. His first intention, if you look at his eyes, his first idea is to try and take on the player. But he sees, hey, you know what? It's a little too crowded. I'm probably gonna lose this. I'm gonna be smart. Who do I see? First person he sees, he dishes it off to Pavon. And what does Pavon do? And George, I'm gonna take a little jab at you right now. Is that shit that you said last pod that Pavon's not gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
And what did he do?
What?
Cut in and try to shoot. Guess what? He still was able to get the shot off, even though Portland knows exactly what he's gonna do. He was able to do that shit. And what happens from it?
Do you know why that happened? No, so back to that. The argument that I had was Pavon's not going to be able to do that with his ball at his feet. The fact that he opened up is the reason what I've been wanting our wingers to do. When you attack a defender one-on-one, the defense is going to collapse and they're going to scramble to try to make up if the guy passes him. That left space for Pavon.
And let me tell you why it's a fair point. Let me tell you why it's a fair argument, because Pavon wasn't playing a winger this time around, though. This time they had him as a forward. But point is this, and then I'm saying like a little jab. It wasn't like anything. I'm just saying because he actually did what we said. Hey, he's gonna do, and team knows he's gonna do this. What did he do? Quick step over to the side, which he was already kind of set up for that because he did get the dish ball from Dunbar, but he fucking takes a shot at, and what happens? Fucking penalty shot out of nothing, because legit first 10 minutes Portland.
Let me rewind that just a little bit, just to kind of emphasize a little bit more on Dunbar, right? Because Dunbar is 17 years old,
of course,
and that play is completely like it rolls out because of him, because that kid is 17. The kid's 17 years old, and he played with the first team in an official match, and he acted like he deserves to be there, like he's meant to be there, and that is major props, bro. Because we've seen other 17-year-olds, right, who don't step up that way, and this kid stepped up. And again, Angel, you were calling it, like he does the little body feint, and it pushes the defender off, opens that alleyway for that pass to Pavon, and Pavon takes the shot. Now we get this PK call, right? And listen, from the jump, I knew Chicha gonna take it, and I was like, this is it. This is what we needed. Get Chicha on early, score this goal, and let's get this ball rolling. Because I honestly believe that Chicha needs a fucking goal, right? And this is prior to everything else worked out. But when this PK happened, I was like, this is a goal, Chicha goal. Easy call. I had no nerves.
That's crazy. That's crazy because I was the complete opposite. I grabbed the pillow and I hit my face. And Stacey's like, what, Pavon's not gonna take it? I was like, no, it's gonna be Chicha. And then she's like, you don't feel confident? I was like, no, 100%. No. And then fucking 2 minutes, like a second after, the commentators were like, he's iffy with penalties. The last two that he's taken, he misses 2 back to back. So even then I was like, I don't know. But I get it. You have to give that ball to Chicha. As much as people are gonna be like,
I don't agree with y'all though right now.
No, you have to give it to him.
Nope.
You have to give to him?
Confidence. He needs
I don't know.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't give a shit. No. To me, at the end of the day, when it comes to fucking penalty shot, is you go with the guy that you know is going to make it. I'm not here to fucking boost your confidence.
No, yes, you are.
This
is a striker.
No.
That's a striker. He needs the goals. He needs the goals.
Hey, you know what? Do you have my 6 million? I'm missing 6 million. I can't find them right now. But why? On the real, why not fucking just let Pavon shoot that shit?
Because Chicharito needs the goal. Because Chicharito needs the goal, and it's a penalty, right? Like, listen, I have always said, and probably because I'm a keeper, I always said the striker has the advantage in a penalty. Right, like it's for the striker to miss at this point, like that, and I always felt that way. And again, listen, I still believe, and even after this game, I still believe in Chicharito as a striker. So when I realized there's a PK and okay, like this is gonna be this is easy call. This PK is for Chicha. Chicha scores his first goal, but that was a bad PK.
See, and I don't know, Masa, where do you stand with this? Because I'm not gonna agree with George and reading this one. To me, is fuck all that. Chicharito hasn't scored shit. He's not confident. Fuck that. I'm not gonna risk a game where we only have 3 fucking games to play. We have to get points from 3 fucking games. I'm not gonna risk someone who doesn't fucking have confidence. I'm gonna put the guy that I know is not afraid to fucking shoot that shit, who is ice cold, and Pavon. I'm gonna do that shit.
Well, listen, we don't have to agree.
And Masa don't feel. I mean, George and Rudy don't feel the same. How do you feel about it, Masa? I'm curious.
Give it to your striker always.
All right.
You have.
I'll be the outlier, and I'm okay with that. I don't mind being the outlier in this. Yeah.
When you set up your team, you have who takes penalties. So obviously, Chicharito is gonna be that guy. He's gonna want to take penalties.
In the Galaxy or in general, because that's an accurate statement.
But listen, let's not even get into it. I mean, that's the opinion, right? Like, and you can have a different opinion, which is fair too.
But it could be something where Chicha doesn't want to take penalties, though. Even when Zlatan was gone, Jonah took the penalty.
If Chicharito didn't want to take it, then he wouldn't have asked for it. Yeah. They didn't give it to him. He asked for it. I'm taking it.
Yeah, and listen, and again, right? Like I'm thinking, and like I believe in Chicha, so I felt like Chicha has to take this, right? Again, we could disagree on that, but I feel like he take it. But that was a bad PK. The keeper told him he was going, and he still shot it. Bad PK. Good on Sasha being the first one to the ball. Got a shot on, but fucking Clark came up big and got that block and then the rebound.
Yeah, it must be nice to have a goalie that can stop shit, huh?
not only stop shit but distribute shit. Because Clark can distribute, bro, like from the floor, from the ball in his hands and with his hands. Okay, but that's sidetracking. And I think that moment right there, I saw Chicharito's demeanor just change. Right, like he looked flat, he looked defeated after that PK, and I understand why. I mean, you're looking for a goal, you're looking for something to kickstart your LA Galaxy career, and you have a golden opportunity as a PK. I don't think you get an easier situation as a striker than a PK. Am I wrong? George, you play striker or winger. I mean, and you thrive on PKs, right? Like I'm no this, but like when we play in our team and we have PK, we look for you to shoot it, right? So like that's and that's one of the easiest chances you get to score a goal. Am I wrong?
Yeah,
I'm
asking.
No question. All day, every day, George. I prefer George taking a fucking PK over Chicharito. I don't give a shit how many fucking millions.
That wasn't the question. That wasn't the question.
It's all about confidence. There's sometimes where I don't want to take a PK, but since I have that, you're taking the PK, you know, and even then, like it's a thing of confidence. There's no skill behind it. It's a thing of confidence.
Okay, see, and then because I'm on the assumption that it is right. Like it's always again. Because I always get PK scored on me. I always think the forwards have the advantage there. But whatever. Let's not go into that. But yeah, but he said that he misses it, and I think his demeanor changed, and I think that kind of fucks with him too. It wasn't at least until the second half that I saw him kind of snap back into it.
But that's bullshit to me, though.
Why is it bullshit?
Because you're our guy, right? We paid
supposed to be,
for this guy to be our guy, to carry our fucking team. That's bullshit to me.
And he takes that pressure.
$7-8 million. That's fucking bullshit. You know what? Fuck it. If you missed a penalty, all right, fuck it. I missed it. Don't be, I missed it. What am I gonna do? No, fuck it. You know, do something. Listen, like, you know what? Demand the fucking ball. Or tell your team. He didn't do that in that entire first half. That team didn't do shit. But he wasn't vocal. He wasn't like you know what? There was another play where he tried to tell his team something, but you can tell that it was for the cameras type of thing, right? Some Hollywood shit, like
I don't believe that. I don't believe all that.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I don't think none of his shit. I think my man.
But you know what? When he pressures them, his frustration and that's a lot of what we got with Zlatan. But with Zlatan, you give that frustration, but you're encouraging your players at the same time. And with Chicha is if he's telling somebody something and they're not. So for example, I saw him a lot. There was a high press, and he was telling people to press back to help press with him. And when they didn't, he kind of threw his hands up in the air. It reminded me a lot of Alessandrini, and that's not a leader. If anything, like if you want to get mad, yell at your players and put them in a situation where you're going to help them. If you're going to throw your arms,
but even then, man, if you're going to bring up Drini, at least fucking didn't be on the shit. He would actually carry the team if he had to.
Listen, I think. Well, listen, what I understand. I'm not even knocking on Angel, right? Because I understand the fact that we need to see Chicho putting the chances he gets that are clear, like the PK, away.
Yeah,
easy. Like there's no argument there. That's frustration, and I'm with you on that frustration. I think Angel embodies a little more passion, and kind of nitpicks a little more because of it. But at the end of the day, though, like this point, what it was that like maybe Angel, you have minutes noted, so that's what the PK was at.
So the next big that was at the 10th minute.
Okay, so before you go on to the next point, 10 minutes in, you had a chance to be up 1-0,
right?
And you're not. Right, so like you don't have anything to build up from there. So what's your next big play on your notes, Angel?
My next big thing, and this goes back, and if you guys catch this pods that we've been doing, I don't know if it's a lot of people first time, but I've been saying on the pod as of late, I don't think our biggest issue is really going to be forwards. Is if our defense can keep it at 0, if can keep from being shaky, you know, to give our offense that confidence. If Chicharito misses, do we have faith in our goalkeeper? Do we have faith in our back line to know, hey, you know what? It's fine if Chicharito misses a penalty, because even if we get one more fucking chance, I know it's going to be 0-0, or we're only going to be down 1-0, or whatever it is. But man, fucking David Bingham. This is the next big thing, and I'm going to keep harping into this shit until everyone is ingrained in everyone's fucking head how bad of a fucking goalkeeper he is. 17 minutes and 45 seconds or something like that. He fucking it's a goal kick.
Yes.
He fucking goal kick to the right side, distributes it. He tries to get it to Rolf Feltscher. Rolf Feltscher had to recover to keep that ball inbounds. That then leads to because our team had to figure some shit out. I don't know who the fuck in the middle had to fucking make a foul, because otherwise Portland would have been on the counterattack. That's bad. Yeah. These are little things that you guys, Galaxy fans,
I don't even think it's little.
No, these are big things, right? They're little until they become a fucking goal that we need to start addressing. And this is when it starts. This is a fucking preseason tournament. This is a preseason tournament. We need to realize that these are fucking problems in a preseason tournament. Imagine a real fucking season. We need to say enough with fucking trash ass fucking goalkeepers, with trash ass defending, shit like that.
But here, I'm gonna say something though. Like, preseason, yes, but these are points. These are points they're playing for. Regular season points they're playing for, right? So so regardless, like there's importance to that. Let's just establish that. And I don't know if that was you're alluding to, but let's establish that these are points, right?
Exactly. And then that I was gonna get to, yeah.
And then second of all, like it's big because I think that the team is trying to establish a possession based spread the team wide type of play, and when you can't come out the back with just a simple pass to your outlets, it's a problem because it disturbs any kind of creativity or any kind of buildup you have, right? So yeah, I agree with Angel at this point. Like Bingham distributing the ball is bad, and I mean, if the team was a counter team or team was a team that played more long balls, maybe it wouldn't be such an issue. But a team that's trying to play out the back or trying to get out wide, like that's a problem because your keeper can't get you the ball, right? It's back to a point where I think maybe we look at people, even though people sometimes shake it too, or somebody else like clearing that ball, right? Because like they're not like. Bingham is not it. Bingham is not it on that at all. Again, man, listen. I think this first half for me, like as much as I want to rag on, well, listen. Let's say this, right? They didn't create the chances that they needed, right? I didn't see the creativity that we need in the first half. But I think big part of that is that midfield being so deep.
And you know what? George always brings this shit up. Creativity. That's his thing, right? Stuart Holden actually said this shit in the 35th fucking minute because Nick, like the moment he said it, I thought about George immediately. Creativity, because George always when talking about lack of creativity, blah blah blah. He fucking says lack of ideas. Galaxy lacks ideas. Even at that point, after the 25th minute or so, we actually started to have some control of the ball. Listen, we ended up at like around 40 to 60 in terms of possession at the end of the first, and that's because we improved from like the halfway mark towards the end.
Right? I don't even think it was like 10 minutes. I think it was legit. It was like 10 minutes of the game.
It was like 25 minutes. It was like 25 minutes because again, it's just not noted because of that fucking penalty, and that penalty takes a lot of what really happened in that first half. Mm-hmm. I mean, in the first half. But George is always mentioning this shit, creativity, and man, we couldn't fucking. Eventually, when we started getting some possession of the fucking ball, it was just. You know what? It's like that Simpsons episode where Pelé comes out and everyone fucking riots in the fucking stadium because all they're doing is the guys in the back are just passing the ball around. That's exactly what it looked like. They were just passing the ball around. They didn't know what the fuck to do. No, they did not.
But see, I think that's the case when the center mids were lying way deep. I think once at least Sasha started stepping up, you saw more passes getting passed through the middle and then pinged out wide. Right? Again, it's still looking for that wide outlet. But even then, on that wide outlets, the crosses weren't Zlatan crosses, right? Like they were crosses looking for first post mid range or mid high crosses or low driven crosses, which is again it's not this like world changing new philosophy of soccer, but it's also not Zlatan football, right? It's not Zlatan ball, which I complained a lot about because we don't have Zlatan. Thankfully, just want to throw that out there.
But thankfully, are you serious? I guarantee you, we'd be in a better position. We would have won this game with Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
I don't think so.
I think so. Yes.
I don't think. But listen, let's not go in there. Again, you guys know where I stand with Zlatan. We're obviously different in opinions on that, right? Yeah, we're obviously different opinions on that. But we've seen. Go for it.
Well, I'll say to allude to the chat, man. Everyone's talking about GBS's face. He did at the 39th minute. Yeah. The face that he makes. When I see a coach do that, and you guys, I want to know you guys' opinion right now, right? Based on this, because I've seen a lot of people say, "Oh, GBS out, GBS this, GBS that." I'm watching my man's frustrated doing this. Like, what the fuck? It seems like the players are not following his instructions.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. Okay. 100%. And I agree with you. I'm gonna move up a little, but just to talk about the subject. In the 60th minute, he takes out our best player in Dunbar.
Yeah,
our best player, he takes him out, and it's not because he's a 17-year-old. At the age of 17, we played 3 games back to back in tournaments, so it's not because of fitness that we're waiting to put him in on Saturday. No, he takes out our best player. So when you do something like that and you're frustrated, I get that you're frustrated, but tell me the idea of putting in someone that honestly didn't do much. Why take out our best player when you do that? Right, so if you're frustrated, so we're getting ahead, but to that point of the whole frustration. I get that you're frustrated, but when you make a move like that, it doesn't correlate with you wanting to be better.
No,
but you wanting to help.
So just talking on that specific move, I think we had seen a lot less from Dunbar, like after the initial first half, like first half maybe 10 minutes in second half, I thought Dunbar had a big drop off.
Like, I disagree.
Okay,
and I'm with George.
I disagree.
I'm with George. I think that team
started hitting Dunbar because they couldn't. They started hitting a 17-year-old, and they started putting cheap shots on him to stop him.
Listen, after what's Angel since.
Listen, this is my perspective, and I think right now I side a little bit with George. Go ahead.
Okay, and that's fine. But listen, I think after Portland scored the first goal, and I can't remember what minute that was in. After
Portland scored their first goal in the 59th minute.
Okay,
around there.
So listen, I think right before that, because I think like right before they scored a goal, there's a gap maybe of 5 minutes, 5, 6, 7 minutes where Portland put the press on. Like Dunbar started disappearing prior to that, and then when they put for me. Listen.
You said in the first, so like that's basically the first 5 minutes.
Listen, I think,
and we actually came out hot in the first 5-6 minutes of the game. We actually came out pressing the first 5-6.
So I think he created. There was one play that I really saw him like cut in, and then I think he laid it off to either Pavon or Chicha.
Pavon, the left-footed shot that Pavon took that went like top left. Yeah, that was right at the 48 minute.
That's the last time I saw Dunbar. That's the last time I saw Dunbar be effective for us, right? Like again, it's. 17-year-old kid. I also believe in managing him. So I'm not necessarily and there's validation to your argument, but I'm also not saying like that's like like you fucked up there. Like I don't think that was like he could have gone on maybe, yes, but I don't think that's the biggest fuck up. Like you took him out at 16.
So this is what I think, and I think it's a bit of both, right? I think it was more like, hey, let me take you out of the game just because you're a kid, blah blah, and just let me put someone else in there type of thing. But I think George is accurate as fuck. I think we took him out in the point of the game where we were actually starting to look for him. You know what? I had a conversation. I was throughout the entire time, I was texting my cousin Mario about this, and I actually brought up Dunbar, like, yo, Dunbar, blah, blah. And he said, you know what? At first, he didn't know because in the first, the only real thing he did was that penalty, right? He passed up in that first half. But in that second half, in like the first 15 minutes or whatever he actually had, they were starting to look for him. And he even made a foul. He was starting to get more involved in the game. Obviously, making a foul is not necessarily a positive thing. But for a 17-year-old kid saying, I'm not afraid to fucking hit someone, fuck it, that's a good thing.
And take a hit too.
And he took hits. He took hits. Efrain Alvarez didn't even make the fucking game. What does that tell you? No. So look, I'm with George 100%. Dunbar to me was starting to look
So I agree that Dunbar, like, in my opinion, Dunbar was the player of the game, right? Like for our squad, if we got to pick a player, I think it's Dunbar, right? Because and a lot of it has to do with the shock value that.
I mean, I still think Sasha, but
that's fine. But I think for me, I think it's a lot the shock value of him coming into his first real game and performing the way he did. I had to give him the nod, right? So I'm not knocking. I'm not saying that he wasn't one of our brightest players, but I'm saying like I also don't think like GBS had like. You could argue the fact that GBS could have taken him on or not, right? Like I think it's arguable. Your opinions could differ, and that's fine because I mean it's arguable. But let's go back. We end up the first half with a little more urgency, with some more attacking opportunities.
I'm curious though, Masa, what did you see from that first half? Because Chris is bitching that he wants to hear your voice. What did you from what you were able to see in that first half?
Nothing from Martin and Doug.
There you go, honestly. Chris. That's why he didn't say shit.
Yeah, listen. At the end of the first half, I think there was a little more attacking opportunities. Again, I'm gonna keep saying this because I think honestly, that's what happened is. Sasha got a little more freedom to go up and move up and join the attacking force, given the extra option coming out from the midfield, which opens some things up. First half ends 0-0, but I'm with Masa, like there wasn't really much I could be looking forward to the second half. Second half kicks off though, and the Galaxy look energized. The Galaxy put Portland on their ass early on, like and through a play that I think it was a cross. That got deflected, lands on Chicharito, top of the box, right? That's a Chicha goal, except it wasn't. Like again, who's in commentary?
I don't want to give him shit for that though, because I don't.
Okay, go for it.
Like I don't want to. Well, yeah.
Why not?
It was deflected. It was a deflected pass, right? It wasn't even going for him, and he tried to. enlighten me. What did you expect him to do?
Well, it falls,
and the ball falls to his leg. He's running.
That's what I'm thinking. Like it falls.
So then he has a Sardis touch with the heavy touch.
No, he took a shot.
He hit it one shot. One time.
Except he leaned way far back.
Okay, yeah, okay. So you're talking about the other one. Okay, so you're talking about the shot, the one that he should have put away.
The Chicha goal. Like that should have been a Chicha goal.
The one that happened at the 47th minute.
Yeah, like right in the beginning of the second half. Like listen, that falls for him. And if you look at his highlights, that's his bread and butter, right? A ball at that height and top of the box, that's his bread and butter. And my man put it wide, and at this point, like I'm seriously concerned because that's a rut, and my man can't. Like I'm not like if you can't put that one away, you can't put that one on frame. Woo,
that's bad.
I'm a little upset.
Listen, Eli ran out there to say, "Yo, Chicha." He said Rito missed an easy goal. Rito, Eli,
it's. I mean, it's again, right? Your boy, if I can recognize that, right? It was bad.
4-year-old kid, bro.
It's a bad miss, and especially for somebody of the caliber. And again, I'll keep saying caliber because I still think he's quality. Caliber Chicharito, right? I think that's his bread and butter. And for the fact that
that's definition Chicharito,
right? Like it boggled my mind. I was just bugging out like how, and I'm thinking it's like listen. At that point, I kind of gave up a hope because I was like, that's what we have, right? But we continue that. We continued. I think we continued attacking them and creating stuff. And again, right, like we mentioned it when we were talking about Dunbar. Dunbar has a player who starts off left, cuts in right, and finds Pavon in the middle.
Yeah.
Now we're not looking. And now we're not looking for like that wide outlet only, right? Like there was some creativity down the middle, which is giving us a different look, giving Portland something else to think about.
Mm-hmm.
But like shortly after that, Blanco, here go into get wet. Blanco fucking
Blanco.
Blanco does what Blanco does, right? And he creates.
Well, before that though, hold on, and because people swear that I have a thing against Chicharito, and from day one I've never been saying that he's a problem. Now, don't get me wrong, that goal that he missed, that what Rudy said is his bread and butter, should have been in the back of the net. That penalty should have been in the back of the net.
Yep.
Fine. That's 2 already. Look, if this was Zlatan last year, we would have crucified him. You guys would have been all over. No, he needs to put it in the back of the net. Chicharito should have done the fucking same. The fucking same.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? I'm gonna give him his little credit. Insua puts in the ball for him at the in the 52nd minute, around there, right? He actually goes up for a header.
Yeah. I remember that one.
Yeah. But the ball hits him in the back of the head.
Yeah.
He doesn't hit the ball.
Typical
Chicharito. That's bread and butter Chicharito. That's bread and butter Chicharito.
He gets up there.
And he tries.
I'm giving him his credit. He
tries
up there. He goes, hoo, and then it hits him.
Yep.
And it hits the top of the fucking post.
But that's a Chicha goal, though. That's a Chicha goal, right?
Yes.
Like, listen.
Right. I think he scored like that with Manchester United or was it West Ham? I forget who it was, but he did it somewhere in the Premier League.
He scored a few of them like that.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, right? Like the tension is there. He wants to get a cross in. I mean, the header in. He mistimes it, and it kind of hits him. But that hits the top of the fucking bar, and it goes in. I'm a celebrity because that's a fucking Chicha goal too, right? Just like we know, like we've seen him score consistently these fucking sitters. He also has these like almost fluke goals that he scores, and we want some of those too, right? Because I'll take a goal. I don't give a fuck how he score it. If it bounces off his fucking face again, if he kicks it up to his face and it goes in, I'll take it. Like I don't give a fuck how it is. I want you to score. I want to score Chicha goals, and I want him to score fucking Chicha Dios goals. I want him to score both, and I was really excited about that because I was excited when I seen him get deflected off of him. Because I was like, yes, we got a Chicha goal, and then it hit the top of the bar. I'm like, fuck, right?
Like, and I give credit. Like, look for it. Just look for it.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I don't mind that. But we gave an opportunity.
Me and Jeremy were talking about that. Yeah. So talk to me about Blanco. Talk to me about Blanco.
59th-ish minute or so. And I don't even know if this is necessarily that it's a Blanco goal or more of a fucking David Bingham fuck up.
Oh, no. All right, let's talk about this because let's talk. Go ahead, go for it.
Let me tell you why. And this is my perspective. What happens? Who took I can't remember who took the first shot. Someone from fucking Portland took the first shot to Bingham's left post. And Bingham bats it. And it wasn't even like a fucking massive, like a crazy shot or anything crazy. Bingham could have fucking just sent it to the corner kick. Just easy. And what did he do? He bats it. No, he fucked that. He bats it right back down to fucking Jimmy Chara.
See, now you're
giving it back to the opposition.
He puts it wide. He bats it wide.
No, he doesn't.
And it
He
goes
literally, it's not even to the. It's literally
it
not down the
goes
line.
to the
It's
side.
literally at an angle.
It go, okay.
Rudy,
Cool. But it's not down the middle.
Straight. He's looking
And he
straight. No,
smacks-
you're
he's-
looking. He's looking straight. It's not to the side. If
It's
you're
to the
looking
side.
straight,
No,
it's
it's to the side. It's
The
to the
ball
side.
the ball
to the
comes
side.
from the side though. The ball comes
Like
from the
he
side.
bats it to the side,
Right, but
bro.
he's
Like,
batting
the
it
goes-
ball's
straight
coming
down.
at him.
You
The ball's coming
okay.
at him at an angle. He's
Okay,
looking at
fine.
the angle.
But what happened? And where's everyone expecting the pass to come from? That side. That means everyone is shifted a certain direction. From a defensive perspective, and this is why everyone gets caught flat-footed, because it just happens that. Okay, all right,
Go for it. Listen. I will. I'll rebuttal everything you say, but go ahead.
Fucking no, bat that shit out of bounds and end the play there. End it there. Don't fucking put it back into a chance where Yimi Charaz, obviously you giving it right back to him.
Mm-hmm.
You give it inside the box. That's still dangerous. Look, if you're batting it outside of the box, fine. If you're just smacking the shit out of it, cool. But he literally bats it down like a fucking volleyball. He's fucking watching Top Gun or some shit. That's exactly what the fuck he did. He didn't clear it out. He could have easily just batted to the side, for a corner kick, or fucking punch it out. Like, not just, fuck that. That was bullshit.
Okay.
He didn't do that. And he kept it in a dangerous position, which ultimately led to, obviously, the through ball that Sebastian Blanco, comes out. He does his shit. He fucking shits on everyone. He shits on everyone. He puts a through ball, gets past people. Fucking
he gets past four players. Four players.
Well, I don't remember who the first person was, but then he gets past people, and then Steres is flat-footed. Like, he's literally standing flat. So he's not even like on his tippy toes. He's flat-footed. If he were on his tippy toes or prepared for any pass, Daniel Steres could have fucking put his foot out. But because he was flat-footed, he can do shit. And then I saw some people try to say, "Oh, that's Filster's fault." Bro, Filster is behind the forward, sure, yes. But then who the fuck's gonna watch the back post? It got past 3 players before it even gets to Filster.
Felcher was on the player that scored the goal.
Right, because he's coming from the back side to the player. So he was never gonna be on the front side. You have 2 fucking center backs in front of the fucking player that scored the goal. Where is everyone else at?
All right.
So, allow me, Rudy.
Hold on. Before Rudy and you rebuttal, I'll say something. It's a mixture of faults. I feel that Bingham could have been a little bit better with that. Sure, it's coming. It's a quick reflex, but also the defense is too soft. There's no way that ball needs to get past 4 defenders. I'd rather 100%. I'd rather people try to put his foot in it and be an autogol. Because that shows me that you're at least trying to reach for the ball. But everyone has their hands behind their back, which granted, I get it. You don't want to give a handball out. Put your foot out. Do something. The ball literally, it's not even a hard pass.
See, and right quick, George, because Madame Serrano said Rolf needed to be in front of him. Why, though? Why? Then who's watching the back post?
Then we'll get mad if the ball's lobbed over.
Exactly. And if it gets lobbed over behind him, it's like, oh, well, Felser should have been on the back post. Then who the 3 fucking players in front of him? Yep. 2 center backs. One of them flat-footed, and people should have done something else.
Listen, here, let me run with this for a second, right? Now,
fuck, man, you guys are something else right now.
I could agree of Bingham should have tapped it over the corner kick, should have punched it out harder, whatever it is, right? But Bingham puts it out. It doesn't go back to the middle, goes out wide, right? That forces Yimi Chara to get the ball, turn back around, and push the pass back to Valeri on top of the box, right? Just that right there. Don't tell me the defense they were caught flat-footed because of that, right? Because the guy got the ball, pushed it back out. That's a reset for the defense. That right there is a reset for defense. The ball gets. Listen, it's a reset for defense. Nobody catches that run from Blanco. I'm gonna say this though, right? That's a beautiful run by Blanco.
Oh,
right?
Absolutely.
Like where he comes from, like he's not even in the frame when he starts that run. So first of all, like that's a beautiful run. I think Bingham comes out. And I'm glad he didn't, because when I seen him come out, I thought like, damn, that's gonna be a penalty. Because I thought he was gonna dive in for it. He doesn't. He recovers. He scoots back, covers the first ball. I think that's as much as you could ask for Bingham at that point, right? My problem now is
Look, I'm not giving him shit for coming out for. Hold on.
Let me. I let you get your thing out. Let me get this out now. Now here's the problem with the defense that we've been calling out for over a year, is ball watching. Right? What happened with those the 3 troncos, the 3 fucking tree trunks that we have in the middle? They're all just looking at what Blanco's gonna do, not giving one fuck about the player in between. And that's where the problem is, right? Because if somebody just kind of overlooks his shoulder and realizes, oh, somebody's there, their body shifts differently, right? So now they're covering them off the ball. But nobody did that. They had 3 players looking at the ball. 3 players looking at the ball, and nobody looked at the player who was attacking that. Right? Look where. If you guys remember, like Blanco's in line, bro. Blanco's in line. He has nowhere else to go.
He makes a run from the middle, right?
No. Like I'm talking about like before the last pass.
Okay, gotcha.
Before the last pass, he's in line. Bingham has first ball, so he can't take the shot there. He has to find a combination with somebody else, right? You have to recognize that and look who's around you. Look who you're marking, because Bingham has first ball. Again, Bingham can fuck up and he could go through his legs, or he could go like in between him and the pole. I get all that, right? But at that point, you have to give him like that. You're responsible for that first ball. What else is going on? But nobody does that. We have every single fucking Galaxy defender. I think it was like 7 people in the box. I might be wrong, but it was like 6, 7 people inside the box. Every single person there was looking at the fucking ball. Nobody at the players around them, right? I have to go see it back, but I'm pretty sure that wasn't Blanco's only choice, only option, because nobody else gave a fuck about what was going on except for the ball.
Yeah,
and that's it. Was so soccer.
No, and that was his only option. Like,
was it?
Put it there or go back, literally all the way back or something. But
come on, but 3 people, you know,
exactly. And because I saw like Jay Thug in the chat said, Bingham should have gone back to goal. I think apart from the stupid bat down, that to me is where everything originated from, which hence the root of the problem. Everything else, I'm not gonna give him a shit, because when he came out to try and get to Blanco, listen, if he would have gone to Blanco's feet where Blanco had the ball, it would have been penalty. Easy, yeah, guaranteed. Like, that's so smart at him on standing his ground on that one. And it's not like he just stood there. No, he backtracked back to goal. Why do you guys think that fucking Blanco put that ball where he put it? Because he couldn't take the shot, because Bingham took the angle out.
Yeah.
Right now, obviously, if you shot and it goes angle, then it is what it is.
Masa, what do you think about this goal?
It's on Bingham, bro. Honestly,
how
you should have cleared that shit out.
Thank you.
Should have cleared that shit out.
Listen.
That shot or that header, whatever it was
a header.
It comes from exactly where he puts that ball back at.
No,
thank you, and that's what
I just went back. I just went back and see this.
I just went right now. So whoever's saying that Rolf was at fault, Rolf was literally right around the player. Like, he covered his guy, and then everyone else stood around. What do you want him to do?
Listen, I can't agree with you guys giving Bingham a fault for the secondary play, because that bat is not
a secondary play.
Yes, it is. No, because the ball goes back out to Valeri, and that's when he gives the through ball to.
He goes back to shot. He literally.
Okay, no.
Right back to
yes. Okay, and then Chara was and then what? And then what does Chara do? What does Chara do? What does Chara do with the ball once he gets it right? Let's say that all that is right. What does Chara do with the ball once he gets it back from Bingham? He touches it outside the box to Valeri. That's a reset, my guy. That's a damn reset. So, like, you guys giving him
is it really a reset though? When
yes, it is.
Your backline is flat-footed. No, it's not.
But how's the team flat-footed when the ball goes back out and everybody now shifts?
It clearly was, because everybody was literally standing with his 2 feet flat to the ground.
No. Listen again, right? It's a reset, and then Blanco with the brilliant run. Right now, the run fucks the whole defense up. But even at that, like, Bingham puts enough pressure on, they makes him go to end line. Listen, we could go always all day long, and I tell you, once he's at end line, like that right there again. Like, the defense should have been covered, because now you have first ball cover. You push them all the way out to the end line. Now you just got a fucking man mark. Now you just got to make sure that nobody's going to catch your back. And we didn't do that. So, like, again, your opinion is, you guys have your opinion. But I'm saying,
it's opinion.
I don't.
I think your opinion is to defend Bingham because you're a goalkeeper. And you
no.
I think so, though.
Listen, okay, that's not the motive.
I think so.
I don't see it that way. I just don't see it that way.
Fair.
So
opinion.
now,
it's our opinion.
So now it's 1-0. Right now it's 1-0. And I legit, when they score again, it's all the same feels. Right? It's all the same feels. Like, though? What is?
From their goal, after they scored, there was no reaction from us.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I was alluding to, right? Like, it's the same. It's the feelings. It's the same feelings, because they score and there's no immediate reaction to it, right? So, like, it feels like we're going down this road that we've been through many of times. We've been through this road many times where we either put up a fight or we're looking good and we get scored on, and there goes the fucking game. There's nothing else that we do, right? And listen, what happens, like, that was scored in the 60th minute, and the 65th, 66th minute, we get scored the second one.
65th minute, yeah. Oh, 66-ish, yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Like, there was no reaction to it, right? Like, it was no reaction, and our hands are down and still thinking about, like, how that goal got scored on us. right? What you should do, no, we'll get into it right now. But the team, holy shit. But the team is thinking like, how do we get scored on, instead of thinking like, let's go out and get that equalizing goal, right? Like they're still contemplating how they got scored on. They're still thinking about like, damn, we shouldn't let that go in. Instead of saying, fuck it, got scored on, let's go put one back.
Play.
Right? And I think that's apparent. That was super apparent. Like, and it's just like that's a cultural thing, bro. That has to be a cultural thing where like
George and Masa and Rui, let me ask you guys something. We've been playing together for a long time, right? And we're amateurs. The most we all did was like college, some shit like that. Right. What happens when we get scored on?
Oh, man.
Usually. We're always pressing.
We go
right, like no, yeah, exactly. It's like no, all right, we got scored on. Fuck it, let's go get that goal back.
Yeah,
type of mentality. It's not. It's
you
like
know. It might be like a quick moment. Like when we had that mentality, the Galaxy. When we had that mentality that the Galaxy had when we get the third one or fourth one scored on.
Yeah, right. When it's over. When it's
at that point, but even like that is like game's over. But not in the first or second goal. We're like, no, fuck that. We know we're capable of doing that.
We're down 2-0. What are you yelling at everybody? Fuck it, we're down 2-0. Let's go get a fucking goal. Yeah, press. Go get a fucking goal.
Us. Okay.
Yeah, us.
At that point, and this is what we do across the board. Everyone, all three of these guys here will tell you when we're losing at that point. And you know what? People in the chat, because I played with Eddie, I played with Manny before, with fucking Scott there. They'll tell you if we're losing a game already 2-0, why defend? At that point, you know what? Fuck that. Just press. Just leave me in the back. That I'm somewhat quick and with one of the taller guys for any aerial ball. That's it. Fuck playing defense at that point. Go and try to fucking score goals. It doesn't matter if we lose by 2 goals or we lose by 10. We're still gonna fucking lose.
You're losing. Yeah.
And granted, you're talking about, and I hate that we talk about our amateurship, but you're talking about we play in a season. This is a season. So if we lose one game, we could lose one game. We're playing a fucking tournament.
Yeah.
This is a 3-game tournament. Three games and you're out.
Yeah.
At the way that we're going, I don't understand why that mentality wasn't press for the goal. Go press for the goal.
Lack of urgency.
Yeah.
And this is one thing I would put on GBS. And not just GBS, on the entire LA Galaxy organization as a whole, which is crazy because we all had high hopes for GTK, for GBS. And you know what? None of this falls on Chris Klein. Because Chris Klein has given the reins to GBS and Dennis Teclosa to go fucking run this team. Yeah. And at the end of the day, the mentality is still the fucking same. We're losing. There was no fucking urgency from this team to react. Again, we bring up our amateur shit because this is us 4 here fucking just talking shit.
Yeah. Playing for nothing. Playing for no salary. Playing for no fucking...
We play FIFA leagues online with other Galaxy fans and we fucking get hyped over shitty goals and get mad over that.
Yeah.
We don't get paid for that. We pay to buy the game.
Back to the GBS thing. Back to that. They mentioned on the broadcast too, and it's something that I saw. We have water breaks. We have these hydration breaks.
Oh, yeah.
And this is a time where you need to put some urgency into your team. He's like, it feels like he's one of the kids like with the smallest voice in the room to be like, hey, you guys need to do this. No, you're the fucking coach. If you got to grab one of the players by the balls and tell them this is what you got to fucking do to get their attention, that's what you have to do.
Yeah, like,
but if you're like say something that I think I've seen the weaknesses for him, and I don't think this is something that any of us 4 thought about when we were hyped about him coming, is that effect of when you've been a former really good player and you've transitioned to being a coach. And you think about what you would have done as a player.
We've seen him succeed, though.
Right? No, as a player, right? Oh, well, yeah. Again,
as a coach, too.
I get right, but we're talking about you're at Boca Juniors. You're fucking at Lanús. You're talking about you're coaching teams where the players actually play with fucking balls.
Okay, bingo.
We're dealing with fucking Americans here. That's different.
You said it, and I think I'm sorry. Just because you said that one thing, and I'll let you finish the thing. But I think you said it right. I get it. GBS should show more just himself. But the players themselves, like, listen, I get it, you play for a coach, but you're losing in the field. You're the player and you're losing in the field. Like, where's the urging from your fight, from your hunger to win? Like, the players should show that. Like, even if the coach is fucking super chill, fucking smoking a blunt in the back. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's on. I feel like your players should show that a little more because they want it for themselves too, right? Like,
when that happens, guess what the fuck happens? A player wants to take off his boots and get off the field.
True, but my cousin Mario alluded to this earlier. He said basically along the lines of that this current Galaxy squad, there's no leader. Le falta huevos. Like, they don't have anything. Like, and it's look, you know what? And I hate to make this comparison, but it kind of reminds me of the old USA national team squad, right? Technically, they're not as good as the current players, But you know what they had? They played with fucking balls. They played with heart, right? So it was more fun to watch them back in the day. And I bring that up because it's the same type of shit with the Galaxy before. Although we had very technical players, but you know what? Even the fucking Chris Birchals of the squad, even what was the name of the fucking one that Noah was in love with? That he had his fucking jersey that always missed goals.
Friend.
Forward, huh?
Friend, was it Friend?
No, it wasn't Friend. Fuck, man, I was gonna bug me. I don't know if Noah listens to the podcast, but it was this fucking forward that we gave him a shit for every time that he fucking missed a goal. But you know what?
Chicago, I forgot his fucking.
Those guys fucking played like they knew they were playing for the LA Galaxy, and at that time we didn't fucking have the 5 fucking championships, so we were fighting for something. You know what? When my cousin Mario said, these guys, the current squad, they feel entitled and they're just playing. I mean, sure, they're good. We know they're good. Hence, what we were saying on paper, yes, we should beat everyone. And we haven't even gotten to the second goal yet because a lot of that was on Insua, who played for Liverpool and you know Stuttgart. Oh yeah, Chad Barrett, right? Yep.
Shout out to Brody on the chat.
Yeah. So we'll get to that, right? We'll get to that second goal. But point is, where is it? It feels like these guys are content playing for the LA Galaxy, knowing that we have 5. And until fucking DC United wins their 5th goal, their 5th championship, or anyone else gets close to their 4th, then it becomes a fucking deal. Oh shit! Now we're playing the panic. It feels like right now we're hanging on that. We're 5-time MLS camp. Fuck that already. Get over that shit.
Well, listen,
I get it. I'm gonna be claiming that shit over and over, but we're content with that. We're Arsenal as fuck. We're Arsenal of the fucking MLS. That is 100% accurate.
We're 5 years away from our last fucking championship, right? We're fucking going into the 6th season without championship.
And that's fine. It doesn't matter. We need to fucking strive for more.
You think that's what I'm saying.
Content? You think Real Madrid's content? No, they're not. Like they try to fucking figure that shit out, and you guys are like, no, fuck that. Fuck that.
Listen, let's get into the second goal because what the fuck, right? I'll get straight to it. Like, how come fucking Insua doesn't go for that? How come Insua waits for that bounce and loses to Blanco right there? Like you're in line. Go for that, right? But he hesitates, and Blanco's a player. I mean, like, listen, Blanco's quality as fuck, right? So when he sees that Insua hesitates, he gets there first.
You know what the problem is? What's the motherfucker scared to hurt other players, dog? I would have taken that motherfucker out.
No, the second player that comes in is scared, dog. As a
Insua too.
Well, no, listen, Insua.
You want me to break down that goal for you? Because I have written down exactly how that shit went down.
Go for it.
So one of the Portland players took a shot. It bounced off a fucking of people, and that was just an unlucky bounce. Mm-hmm. However, it bounced toward the Galaxy's left backside, right, like towards the end line. Mm-hmm. Insua is going to it.
He's there.
Like he's there.
Yeah,
you're there. Taller. Listen, Sebastian Blanco's probably my height. Yeah. Someone Google this shit right quick. If anything's like an inch or two taller than me, listen, I can't confirm my height, but I'm 5'11". Right? I'm 5'11". But peep this. He's taller, stronger, bigger all around than Sebastian Blanco. And you tell me you can't win that fucking bouncing ball?
Blanco is 5'6". So
bro, I'm
like I said, dog, I would have fucking
perfect. Just bodies, you know what? At minimum, take the fucking foul outside the box if you're not sure about it. Just go in all in. You're gonna get a yellow right there. There's no red.
There's no foul.
No way you get a red from right there.
There's no foul. Listen, there's no foul. There's nothing. Like, all you gotta do is just put your head there, and you're there.
Right.
Like there's because you're there before. Like you know what I mean? Like you're there before. I'm sorry.
I get it. Look, I get it. It happens, right? It happens to all defenders. You know, world-class defenders and FIFA professional players like myself. You know, it happens. Like you'll get stuck sometimes, but you know what? What's your second thought? Fuck it, I'm gonna foul him. I'm outside the box. I'm just gonna hold him. You don't try to hurt him. Just fucking hold him. Take the yellow. Boom. You're good. You're good, right? What did he do? None of those. Instead, he gets taken. He gets done dirty by Sebastian Blanco, who's my future baby daddy, dog. And then this is where people becomes a problem. This really becomes a problem to me. All right, look. Yeah. To me, all day, every day, Insua. That's Insua's goal, 100%.
Yeah,
he could the same way. The root of the problem is Insua. The same way I say that fucking David Beckham is the root of the first goal. Cool. This is Insua. However, in this case, I will say that people could just look at how he tries to get to that ball.
He could clear that
turns
fucking
away.
ball.
He turns away, bro. He turns away
like a straight fucking bitch. You know what? If you go in and you fucking clear him out, and you know what? You take the penalty, be like, you know what? Fuck it. At least you ain't no bitch.
Dog, he looks away.
Even if you miss the ball, whatever, do anything. Even if you miss the ball, at least you stopped it. Because even if you take the penalty, you're still giving Bingham a chance to fucking block that ball. You're still giving Bingham a slight chance to block a ball.
Listen,
he might get a red. He might be a yellow because it's not a clear and obvious score.
But I don't. He's a professional player, right? Can we all agree he's a professional player? Somehow, some way, he's a professional player.
People?
Yeah, people, right? He's playing Europe.
I'm a professional player too. Then fuck it.
He's playing Europe. He's a World Cup player, right? Like he's a professional, right? You're close where that ball was never gonna ricochet and hit you in the face because you're that close. But you go in there with a tackle and you look away. Like you never look at where the ball is gonna end because you look away. He goes in and he turns his face. My guy, come on. And bro, you tower over fucking Blanco. You tower him by like 5-6 inches, bro. Like you tower over him, and you turn away and just kind of flinch at the ball. Like come on. It was just so bad. Listen,
hey, you know what? I want to send my apologies right quick to David Bingham because I don't care. I know I've given you so much shit over the last 2-3 years, but god damn, Sebastian Blanco just fucking put one right past you that.
That was a good goal. Like, you know what I mean? Like, listen, you let him there. Like,
you shit about it.
Yeah.
But where the fuck are you? And this is another problem with David. That's why I say, like, did he chew out his teammates after that? I didn't seem like it. Instead, he does this.
He cries.
Bro, no, fuck that. Rudy, chew me the fuck out if that shit happens to me.
Yeah.
Masa come over and tell me I'm a piece of shit. George come over and tell me that I'm the fucking dumbest shit he ever made in his life. Fucking. And if I'm gonna be like, oh well, I want to take off my boots because it hurt my feelings, well then fuck me. I don't belong in this fucking team. Period.
It's just so
agárrense los huevos y jueguen como hombres, no como mamitas. Bola de majes, man.
Nothing wrong playing like mamitas. Nothing wrong playing with mamitas. I've seen some NWSL players.
It's back to this. It's back to the state that the Galaxy's in.
Listen,
it's back to that. Because we're okay with that. We're okay.
But I'm not. I've been talking shit for months. I've been talking shit for years now.
But we run
if people makes that error in the national team, what do you think's gonna happen? He'll get chewed out. I 100% feel that he'll get chewed out. Here, you understand if you make a mistake, fuck, it's a pat in the back. Keep going. Keep playing. You have no accountability. There's no sense of responsibility on this team. If you fuck up, you fucked up, and you live to see another day. Shit, we're giving Bingham second chance. We gave Stare second chance. This is people's second chance. Am I correct?
Second?
Yeah.
Second. Listen,
come on, dog.
I'll go back to something I was talking about in the first half, right? Second half, you saw our midfield, our center midfielders have freedom to move up and down the field more, so they weren't sitting on top of the defense. And when that happens, we got exposed. When there wasn't 6 people sitting defending. We got exposed because our backline is bad. And that's and you could say these players have a good game here, good game there, but collectively, all 4 of them, they're not what we need to win a championship. They're not what we need to consistently have a solid team. There's way too many flaws. Listen, you said it. So, Angel, you said we're Arsenal. Over the weekend, they talked about Arsenal's defense and said you could count on one of these 3 guys making an error. You could say the same thing.
Problem.
You could say the same thing for the Galaxy. Like you could count on one of the 4 guys in our backline to make an error, for sure. Like you could bank on that, and you're not gonna be title contending with when your backline is prone to that, right? They're just prone to that. Let me remind
everyone something really quick, and I know that we talk about the goals and Chicharito and this and this and that. At the end of the day, and anyone can say whatever they want. Defense wins championships.
Yeah.
Right. I'm not gonna pull up stats from fucking 2002 and 2005 because that's so far back I don't recall. But you know what? Let's just think back to our very first championship from the 3P. Well, not 3P, but from that dynasty, right? In 2011, we had the best defense or second best, one of the two, but we didn't lose a single fucking game at home that year. Yep. Our final was at home. It was the fucking Fortress. Why? Because one, we knew that we knew what our starting back 4 was going to be. We already knew, right? Like forget the first 5 games, but let's say from 5 games in the season to the rest of the season, unless there was injury, we knew what our back 4 was going to be. We knew what the roles was going to be. We knew who our starting goalkeeper. There was no questions asked. We knew. We don't have that right now. We had a split decision on who was going to be a starting back line, and I even mentioned I could make a case for fucking Araujo starting over Felcher. Now, I'm going to say this. Felcher was our best defender this past fucking game.
Yeah.
Earlier today. If you don't think so, and if you think that it was Felcher's goal that he should have done more in that first goal, listen, look at where his position is. 3 fucking players. There's no. Yeah. If I'm the right back, I'm having confidence that my left back and my 2 center backs are gonna get to that fucking ball. Yeah. Not sure. You know what? If you want to, fine. We say, you know what? He should have reacted more. Cool. But he's on the backside. Well, let's say he does react, there's a good chance that he can also clip the player in the back and penalty, and maybe a red card. Maybe, we don't know. MLS referees, we don't know. But my man was actually the best fucking player, and I said this shit in one of the podcasts before. There was no question. Insua is a starting left back. Traore, sorry, but dog. But right now it doesn't make sense after what we just saw. But again, right, for the money, for what we're paying, I'd rather take my chances with a G2 player and start all over.
So listen, I'll say this. I think Insua had a major error that led to a goal. But other than that, I don't think he was bad. Like, I don't think he had a bad game.
He had a few good crosses too, and he had good defending too. To his defense, he looked good the first 2 games of the regular season. Yeah,
right. Listen, even this game is gonna stand out because he fucked up.
Right.
He's gonna stand out because he fucked up. But other than that, I don't think.
But what we say about Arsenal?
Yeah. Listen again. Right. Yeah.
What we say about Arsenal?
100%. 100%. Listen, and something just to back up.
Fucking beer.
Just to back up what you were saying, like in those years when we won championships, our backline had personality. All 4 of them had personality, and you knew what you were getting into every time you went up against these guys, right? Berhalter, Donovan, even fucking Sean Franklin, AJ, like Omar, right? Omar prior to the World Cup thing, whatever. Like, these guys had fucking personalities. You knew what you were getting into every time you go up against these guys. Who in the back line has a personality? I mean, Rolf has Michael Jackson's personality. I get that, but that's not gonna help you in the field. Like, that ain't gonna help you in the field. You know what I mean? Like come on. Like, none of these guys, and then your keeper doesn't have that either. Like, so if nobody in the back line has the huevos to fucking to command that back line, sheesh, there's a problem. There's a problem, man. And the worst part about it is that it's gonna handicap us if that means our center midfielders have to drop down that far to kind of give them reassurance. It handicaps us a lot, and we saw it in the first half, and we saw it in the second half because there was no reaction from the defense once the center mid stepped up. Horrible. All right, let's finish this up. Portland gets a red card off a dumb foul. They come in right in front of the top of the box. Second yellow red card, and it's that moment where the Galaxy wake up. Like, it took them getting an advantage of a player getting red card for them to wake up.
Not even then, I think. Dog, that was our defense. They could clear a ball from their fucking box, but they can't clear it. For our own defense was the one that blocked by one shot. Are you fucking kidding me?
Unfortunate. That was Sasha, right?
Dog, when I saw that, it's like, yeah, this is what I waited for. This is the Galaxy that I wanted to see. What the fuck? Yeah, but if that shit were on our end, that shit hits Sasha in the back of the head and goes into our goal.
Yeah. With our luck, yeah.
So it still took us time after that free kick to even wake up.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Fine. But it was that kind of triggered it. I don't think we could dispute that. Like, it was that kind of like, oh, we got a man advantage. Let's try to put one in. Let's try to get back in there. And we did. There was a nice cross from Pavon. There's a nice cross from out wide. Puts it in, in a position where defense is hard to get. It's hard for a defense to get to that ball, and it's hard for the goalie to come out.
Good sub
with Wild.
Sub.
Yeah, Wild comes in. He comes in for Sasha, right?
Yep, Sasha leaves mad.
Sasha's playing. Listen, Sasha. He was playing a role that I don't think he's equipped for because he was playing box to box. Listen up and catch up, right?
Right, cool. I agree. Sasha was good.
Sasha was playing a role that I don't think he's equipped for. He's playing a box to box, right? Like, where you saw him drop down, defend a lot, and then streak up and try to create something on top. Like, we talked about this in the last episode. Sasha doesn't have the legs for it. We saw it. Mm-hmm. Sasha doesn't have the legs for it, and he looked slow on the scrimmage. He looked okay this time, but again, you were asking him to do a lot. He subs off, and I get that sub. Wild comes in, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think what the move was legit dropped into the middle and wide and Wild push wide, which I thought was great. We go into a play where Pavon puts in a fucking like a dime piece cross. Second pole, good run by Wild, puts it in, but he's offside. And he was clearly offside. Too. It wasn't even, like I thought it was gonna be closer. When I first saw it, I was like, oh, like come on, because they we saw the game previous. They gave Houston a goal on a tight offside, so I was hoping it's something similar where they give it to the Galaxy. Bro, but when I saw that replay, but when I saw that play, like he was offside, which is unfortunate because that would have been his first touch in the goal. But he looked good. He looked good out there. So we have that one. That's disallowed. Still 2-0. Now here the play where they score. I want to talk about this because I think that's the formula. That's what we need, right? That's what we need. They drive to the end line, get inside the box, and the diagonal run that finds Chicharito's dope ass run. Chicharito, like he pulls back. That was
an amazing run. That was a great run.
He pulls to second post, and as soon as he has any kind of reaction from the defender, he runs back to first pole, finds it again, his bread and butter, puts it in second pole goal. Listen, that's the only silver light in this whole fucking game is that they found the formula, and if they could just go back and now look at that and replicate that.
Well, it was Pavon to Wild, right? Pavon to Wild, then Wild to...
Pavon to Wild, Wild to Chicha.
Yep. If they find it, and listen, and I don't care what the combination of players are, right? It could be legit and Pavon, it could be whoever it is, but that combination of driving in, look for the pass back, like that's the bread and butter. That's the formula. That's gonna always work because Chicharito makes those runs, and we've seen it. We've seen it in scrimmage, like he makes those runs. Find them there, he's gonna put goals. And again, the only probably silver lining in this whole fucking game is that you got into the scoreboard and he put one in. Hopefully, that kind of gives him the spark he needs.
And you know what? You said you don't care what player it is, but I do. The fact that it was Wild kind of frustrates me because that's something that we need every player that starts to understand those runs, and for a sub to come on and for a sub to be able to see this and understand. I know he's gonna be there because Wild. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. He knew that run was coming, or Chicha, because from when Wild scored the goal, it looked like Chicha and Wild had like a good little camaraderie. Like they were happy for each other. So it was dope. But I need that to come from our starters. I need that to come from that right winger, the left winger to understand. And Dunbar was doing really good at that when he was there. But I wanted to be someone that is going to be on that field that's going to see that. Does that mean that Wild might get a starting chance? Maybe. But I'd rather it be someone that we're going to see consistently on the field. It doesn't make it doesn't make any difference for us if the player that could find Chicha is going to be on the bench.
Yeah, and listen, and when I said I don't care what combination of players it is, that's what I meant, right? Like I don't care, like when I want our starters to find that formula, right? Like that diagonal pass back, right? Because listen, I guarantee you run that play over and over again. If Chicha doesn't hit it, there's gonna be somebody else on top of the box that can get a foot on it, right? Like that diagonal pass is so lethal because it completely takes out the defense because the defense go facing one way, following a play one way, and it comes back. Like they have to turn it and readjust. Same for the keeper. The keeper is moving to the first pole to block the first pole, and now Chicha puts it across him. Hard for the keeper, right? Is that's the formula? That's what Chicha can do. That's how Chicha's gonna score goals for us. Now we got to figure out how to get in there. But if I'm not mistaken, that's
okay. Fine.
Hold on. Yes. Let me finish it up, and then you can rebuttal. I don't know. I might be mistaken, but I think that's one of the few times we've seen a play like that happen, though. Right? Easy. And that was the problem.
Easy.
Andrew, you want to say?
Fair. That's fair. That play happened, and he scored his goal. Great. Finally. Now I don't have to follow that account anymore. When was the last time Chicharito scored on Twitter? But what about the 2 goals he missed before that? The penalty and the fucking
100%. 100%. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, but and like fuck that. This game could have been 3. You know what? Fuck the defensive lapse. Now, to me, I'm still gonna put this game on the defense. I get that people were probably prepared for me to say that this is Chicharito's fault because it was not.
No,
it was not. Sure, he should have put one of those 2 goals in, at least a penalty, and then we've been 2-2 tied.
Put both of them in. Well, all 3.
But I've been saying this shit for the longest. If our defense could just keep a fucking shutout, guess what? We would have won 1-0, and we fucking did it.
Yeah, I think.
But I'm gonna bring it up my heartbeat because if it were Zlatan Ibrahimovic last year, everyone would be like, "Oh, well, Zlatan."
No.
Fuck that. Chicharito's our man. He needs to score all 3 of those fucking goals. He should have
scored 3 goals today.
All 3 of the fucking goals.
I don't.
Hat trick.
I don't think
fucking trick.
I don't think you're wrong there. I think he should score all 3 of them. What I am saying though, like we need to create more of those chances that we created for the goal. Like I think, and that's the only thing I'm getting to. The only thing I'm getting at is like that. And I've been like I don't know. I might be crazy, but I thought that was obvious. I thought that play was obvious. I thought that play was like what you need to be always doing. Like you always need to be looking for that diagonal ball, which you're just making that the first ball, right? Like, I'm not crazy.
That the players don't get it. I don't get why. I don't get why.
Me neither. And that's and that's the problem. The guys are not listen. And it's obvious by GBS's facial expressions. He's not happy with what the guys are doing in the field because he wants to do something different. If they could go back and look at tape, look at that play over and over and over.
You think it's a fact that I'm gonna be straight up. GBS's English is trash. They had him on the when they talk to the coaches on Fox
on silent. Yep.
I don't understand what the fuck he was saying, and actually Spanish and English.
Dog, but his best players speak Spanish.
Yeah. Right. Cool. Your best player right now. Your best players. No, right now Players. Because right now it's just Pavon.
Oh, all right.
Cool. And Chicha.
No, finally he scored.
But Chicha's English is good.
Fine. Chichito and Pavon. But what about the rest of the squad? The people that are supposed to be the supporting cast, the people that are supposed to giving him the passes. Look, I don't know about Kitchen. I don't know his shit.
Don't we have Dom in there?
Okay, listen, that's your perspective. I'm just saying because my man's like really frustrated. If you have that type of frustration, the way that he shows, to me, I could be 100% wrong. But the way that his facial expressions were in the 40th minute and the 75th minute, whenever the fuck they showed him both times, clearly something is lost in translation there. I don't know what it is, or maybe he realizes that he fucked up. I don't know.
I think
something
so.
is fucking wrong.
No, I think no one touched base on this. So I'm gonna touch base on it. I think his biggest mistake was putting Pavon at center forward.
Oh, absolutely, hands down. I want to get to the other stuff at the end, like miscellaneous stuff.
Let's go there. Let's go there because we wrapped up the game. It's 2-1. That's how it finished. Yeah. Chicharito scored the goal at the whatever it was, the 80th something minute. Couldn't get second goal. So let's wrap it up and talk about some thoughts. Masa, go ahead and kick it off with that.
Well, I've always said that people are like, oh, we could throw Pavon at Cam. I'm like, he's not a central player. Yeah, he drifts into the center, but my man cannot play that position. And we expect to connect on the wings. And for exception of Dunbar, Lletget doesn't have the pace to do that. Doesn't have the pace to run the end line like Pavon does. And we lost that by putting Lletget on the wing and play Pavon out of position. Like, it's crazy to me. I get it. Joe Benny's not here, but this is a tournament to try something different, something new.
Let me back you really quick. Fuck that. It doesn't matter. Joe Benny's not here. We mentioned this in the pod. We argued, should it be Joe Benny or should it be Kitchen? Or should it be Joe Benny or should it be fucking Kljestan? There goes your three. Lletget, Kljestan, and Kitchen. If you have no Joe Benny, that makes total fucking sense. Now, those are the type of things that I do question GBS, right? I'm not...
Well,
whatever his game plan was for the game, I don't know, right? Because he looked like obviously it wasn't being executed because he looked livid. But from the get-go, I saw lineup. I was like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah. Let me ask a question. Let me ask a question regarding Masa's stake. Why wasn't Pavon why was he so ineffective today? Like, what happened today for him?
Bro, you're gonna crowd him into a midfield for a midfield that's known for their pace. Like, Portland's pace in the midfield is ridiculous. It's a lot faster than us. And I think he thought maybe if I throw Pavon in the middle, I could counter that because we have slow ass Kitchen and slow ass Sasha, but it backfired. Like, you can't throw Pavon to counter that defense with pace. You can't counter that pace with pace. You should have just thrown them out wide and let that midfield try to fucking defend that on the wings, try to break the midfield open, and they couldn't do that.
And here's my problem. Here's my problem with that though, right? Like I didn't see him get the ball a lot.
Right? When he did, what would happen? They would close him down ASAP, and then they'll chop him.
So for me, like, the biggest problem is they didn't feed him the ball enough, right? Because again, maybe he has a pace for the wing. I think what your arguments for him playing in the wing, they're on right. They're 100% on. But I don't think he's bad at the in the midfield or a central position, not midfield, central position.
I'm not saying he's bad, but he's not good. you want your best player on the team to be at his best at all times. So I'm gonna play him on the wing, either wing. I don't care. Why would I waste his talent in the middle where he's not proven that he can play there ever?
Well, listen, like, for me again, and go back to it, like again, in the wing, we know he can do. I think he can do it in the midfield, but like not when he doesn't have the ball on his feet, right? The reason why he's so effective in the wing for me is because we could find him in the wing easier. Like we're used to looking for the wing, whereas right now, like this game particularly, like in that first half, like how many times you saw Pavon with the ball and a chance to look up.
But you know what happens? You know what happens there? To your point, when you're somebody like Pavon that plays with the ball at your feet and you receive the ball in the middle, it's so easy for a defense to just collapse. And when you collapse, you have 6 players against Pavon, and that's not going to help them. On the other hand,
hold on, wait, why not? If you have 6 players, wait, as in the defense or the offense?
No, the defense. The defense when they collapse on Pavon.
So if we have 6 defensive players
they
collapse on one player,
how many times did Pavon get cracked? Pavon got cracked anytime he received that ball. He would take the first touch down. They played him well, but that's because we.
But that's different if you're playing in the forward role and in a winger role.
So now what I'm saying is he excels better on a winger role because usually when you have on a winger role, you have him in a one-on-one aspect.
Yes,
that's when he excels. That's what he has to do. So GBS put him in a position where the defense said, "Okay, bet, let's collapse on him. If he gets past us, let's hit him." That's exactly what they did.
Listen. So I'm not gonna argue that he excels in the wing, right? I'm not arguing that. That's not what I'm arguing.
Could it be though?
What I am saying though is that I think he's the only creative player we have, like truly creative player that we have, right? Mm-hmm. And without like there's nobody else. So like I see what GBS tries to do with him in the middle, right? I see what we try to do in the middle because he could create something. Again, like you're right, he got cracked a lot, but I don't think he got the ball. Like to be honest, I think like every single time we went up, the ball should have hit Pavon first, and then he has the decision go out wide or look for a ball down the middle. Like if we play him down the middle, like he has to be the orchestrated leader. Like he remember that video when he got announced he's the orchestrated leader. He hasn't been that because they have like at least when he plays centrally, he doesn't get the ball. Like he doesn't get the ball enough because we don't look for the middle. Like we look for out wide. And then you have, Lletget, like who doesn't necessarily turn it and look for the right pass most of the time. So
how many times did you see Lletget with the ball today?
A lot.
Pavon would have been effective.
But I don't think he was effective when he got the ball. You know what? No,
exactly. I never said that. I never said that. How many times did you see Lletget with the ball today?
But where? On the field?
Pavon would have exploited that.
But where? No. But see, but Lletget got the ball a lot in our side of the field. I don't know someone Pavon getting the ball on our side of the field because that takes him out of the play. Like he's gonna look for a long pass, and then there's like again, I want him around that box, right?
Because I think at this point it's obvious. Anyone that keeps saying, and I think this is a collective because I think I've said it. If push comes to shove, I didn't realize it was push comes to shove yet. I don't think we were there yet. We've said this as a collective that push comes to shove. Yes, you can toss a Jet on that wing. I don't think we were there yet today though. But yet it happened. So this is a GPS error, a big time GPS error because it happened a lot of times. First of all, Lletget dropped down a lot. And by the way, I thought he had a very terrible performance. I saw people say he was fine. No, I thought he was garbage. He didn't do shit. He didn't do shit. Garbage. Garbage. All right. Period. He dropped down a lot to recover the ball. And then he tried to push up. Yes, he did. However, he was playing in the right mid role. Mm-hmm. He was playing out of position. Listen, I've learned recently playing in FIFA, you get deducted points in FIFA Pro Clubs. If you're out of position, you get that red arrow and you lose points. He lost points today? Yeah. He lost points, a lot of points. Because why? You're not playing in your position. Mm-hmm. And that to me was a big problem. Now, Pavon, you don't see him drift. Maybe sporadically, right? He'll drop down to get a ball, whatever. But it's sporadic. Dunbar, I think, played the position well. Mm-hmm. Pavon would have played the same fucking position on the opposite side, the same exact fucking way. As a matter of fact, he would have played it better because he's a better fucking player. We know this.
All right, hypothetically, who would you have in the midfield to get the balls up to the wings?
Okay, so because of what I saw today, it based on that lineup, right? Obviously, GBS feels some type of way and Gordon Wild, because he's one of the only 2 subs that came in. He had 5 fucking subs. He only made 2, right? Or am I wrong? Did I miss one?
Yeah, Cuello, Wild, and somebody else came in, didn't they? I thought somebody else came in.
Who else?
I think that's
it.
Okay. Right, so 2, right?
Came in for Dunbar and Wild came in for
So he obviously feels some type of way. We have a bench full of these other players he could put in. Why not start Gordon Wild? If you want to play that 4-4-2, fine. Play that 4-4. Let's go off of what he started with the lineup. Let's keep that sorry ass back four that you had and that sorry ass goalkeeper that we have right now. Let's keep it the way it is. But then you do Pavon on the right, you do Dunbar on the left, and then you just go fucking Kitchen and Leggett. Because look, Leggett kept drifting into the middle. He kept looking for the ball. He was trying. But from the winger perspective, you can't fucking play what he was trying to play. You have to stay on the wing. You gotta let Kleshton and fucking Kitchen do their shit.
So,
but he was dropping down too much to do that shit. You can't.
So short answer, Legit.
Oh yeah. Legit. But I mean, I have to give some reason. I can't just say, oh, well, that. Well,
George, you guys agree with Legit would have been better playing swapping Legit and Pavon?
Yes.
Yes, 100%. And then if you didn't even want Legit to play Cam, then you could have thrown Kleshton there. Who can do that? That's what I said.
You could have played that 4-4-2 the way they had it. It could have been Kitchen and Legit or Kitchen and Kleshton, either or, interchangeable. Because Kleshton and Kitchen could have been interchangeable. Defensively, I thought they were,
All right, boys.
So it's like everything. However, what I'm getting at is, listen, Gordon Wild, sure, he was a few inches offside, but he came in and he added a little spark to the offense.
He
technically got to go.
He got to go and an assist.
Pre-VAR, maybe that goal would have stood. We don't know, right? But point is, if that's the case, if you feel some type of way in our mans, then fuck it. Let Gordon Wild start at the top with fucking with Chicharito, right? If you feel some type of way in him that he's one of the 2 players that came in, then let him start. And then keep your fucking best player in his fucking best position. We've talked about this. Don't play players out of position. Play him in their best fucking roles. Like Dunbar, I know he's a forward, but he looked fine there. Leave him there. Leave Pavon there, and then figure out with the other 2 midfielders. You can figure. You have enough depth. Obviously, I didn't know about Joe Corona, but yeah.
So prior to this game, I got asked a lot of questions. Like I got asked a lot for predictions for this game. I didn't get predictions because I hadn't seen the team in a while. I didn't know what to expect. We saw the team. We kind of know what to expect now. I mean, more of the same. I was hoping it was different, but it's more of the same. But we have a match coming up on Saturday versus LAFC. Let's start with talking about lineups. What lineups do you expect to come out for LAFC on Saturday?
I wanted the exact same lineup, but instead of Legit, I want Wild in the middle, and I put Pavon on the right.
So Wild playing like that false 9, attacking like a higher midfield. Masa, what do you think?
Shit. Obviously the same back line because something we're gonna do about that. I would throw Carlos Harvey in.
Or just walk me through your lineup. Midfield up.
I would go. Was Corona back?
Yeah, Corona's back.
Yeah,
he served his record today.
So I'll do Corona, Legit, and Sasha at Cam. And if he doesn't have the legs for it, then fucking Carlos Harvey, Corona, and Legit at Cam. Pavon on one wing, and then Dunbar on the other wing, and I'll just play Chicharito up top. That would be my starting lineup.
Angel, what you think?
In my mind, at this point, we already lost 3 points.
I didn't ask you that. I asked you what the starting lineup is.
I think it makes sense. So you have to think at least minimum. You know what? And this is a Jose Mourinho type of mentality right now. It's at minimum, don't lose the fucking game. At minimum. So you're going to play with that 4 in the back, with 2 CDMs, 1 cam, 2 wingers, and 1 fucking striker. That is how we should be coming out in this fucking game. Our back 4, I think, is still going to be the same. Just because of unless GPS saying, you know what, fuck it, it's preseason. I'm going to figure some shit out. Then we're going to see Traore at left back. We're going to see Depoy at center back. And we're going to see, I don't know, fucking Stairs again.
But if you're hard pressed to give me a lineup today for Saturday, what's your lineup look like?
Fuck. All right. Fine.
Today, meaning in like a minute.
All right. 1 minute. Let me. All right. No. So David Big, unfortunately, I'm gonna say it's gonna be Depoy. It's gonna be Stairs. It's gonna be fucking Insua still, And this time I think it's gonna be Araujo. Not because Felcher's anything, just because we're gonna see if we can do something on that overlap type of play that GBS is gonna want to play, given that we might need some points. 2 CDMs. I'm gonna say we go Kitchen, and I say he's gonna give Harvey finally a chance to go at this shit, and a Jet Cam. Corona, maybe we might see him instead of Kitchen, but I don't know what his situation is with his fitness. Gonna needs to be back. And same shit, man. I think he should go Dunbar and Pavon on the wings, just because Dunbar to me, I think he earned it right now, at least opposed to anyone else that we might have on the bench.
Yep.
And then Pavon and look, Chicharito. Listen, my man, cool. You finally scored a goal. You got that monkey off your back.
Mm-hmm.
You finally have one goal. Here we go. Let's see if we can do more.
Yeah, I think I agree with you guys. But I wouldn't change it up much. In the midfield at least, right? I think I'll do Kitchen Legit and Sasha. Right? I'll keep Sasha playing like that false nine advanced midfielder, Legit and Kitchen in the midfield. I'll agree with you guys and say Pavon at right, Dunbar at left, and Chicha up top. That's what I would like to see. Did you guys get a chance to see the Levels game at all?
Yeah, I did.
All right. So we seen them. We seen what they could do. Let's talk about what we think for that game.
I'm gonna tell you the same shit that I've been saying about LAFC for the last 3 years. Because it's the 4th year, right? Or second?
Third year.
Sorry, right. So last 2 years is 3rd year. Every time that they lost to a team, whether it's Portland or Houston or RSL or Seattle, is because they're playing against a team with a better defense. I legit think that Portland has a better defense than we do, right? Which is why we dealt with today.
Marginally.
Well, fine, marginally. But what happened today? Houston, who doesn't have a better defense or offense than we supposedly have, or Portland does, still managed to score 3 fucking goals against that backline. What have I been saying about LAFC for the last 2 years? And this is 30, and not because fuck them. Obviously, everyone knows I hate San Jose more, but this is facts. They have defensive issues. That's still a thing. You don't fucking get put 3 goals. You don't get scored 3 fucking goals, and they were all clean ass fucking goals. Like they were good ass fucking goals.
Houston goals?
Yeah, the Houston goals, and one of them was off of a set piece. Off of a fucking set piece.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They have defensive issues. Now, don't get me wrong. Sure, they control the game and they did their thing, whatever. Fine, they missed some shots, but you still got scored 3 fucking goals.
Yeah,
that's the only positive thing I gotta say because I still think we're gonna lose the game. But but
all right,
so we're probably gonna lose 2-1.
Here, rapid fire. Everybody, give me a couple of thoughts on what we need to do to get an outcome, as much fantasy as you want to use. And what we have to do, 1 or 2 things that we have to do.
I'll go first, rapid fire, because I know everybody hates me because I take forever. Easy. What we've done every time we play AFC, physical. Beat the shit out of them because we do have bigger players. Period. That's it.
All right.
Score first, punch him in the mouth early.
Masa, what you think?
Yeah.
Bring back Zlatan.
Oh, God. Hey, Masa, you having connection issues?
No, he said it right.
All three having
Zlatan has made both of his PKs with AC Milan so far, and
with that being said,
I'm just saying because you're a Zlatan hater.
Rudy took a fat hell with Zlatan. So
yep,
he has
big as hell.
Nah, you guys are crazy, man.
What you mean?
Crazy, man. We're not going into it because we've done this over and over and over again.
Angel, we don't want to see you take another L.
You're gonna fall. You're gonna fall again, Angel, like last time. Don't do that. You're gonna fall again like last time.
Can you tell everyone that you said that I was right as fuck about everything I've said so far?
No, I didn't say
what was going to happen in this tournament?
No, that's not what I was alluding to either. I was talking about Chicha.
Okay. I'll say it.
I was talking about Chicha. That's what I thought you were right about. All right. Predictions. You guys give me scoreline and scorers, or you could just give me lost in Dove, lost or win, draw, if you choose to. But quick, what are we thinking?
I can't predict this game. It's a rivalry game. I hate it to call it that, but it is what it is. But it could go anywhere. So my predictions doesn't mean shit, but I'll say 5-2 we lose.
Jesus Christ.
That's what we lost on Friday. Masa, what do you think?
We winning, though. It's a Galaxy podcast.
Yeah, hell yeah. What's the score line?
Dog.
Let's go.
From your mouth to God's ears, Daddy.
Let's go. Angel, negative Angel.
Because I've given some. No, it's not negative. I've given facts, but I'm gonna give you guys some optimism, a little optimism, so you guys could feel like we're actually somewhat good when we're fucking trash. You know what? Fuck it. I say we tied 2-2.
2-2.
And David Bingham 2 own goals. And you know what, Pavon with 2 goals.
I'm gonna say it's 2-1 victory for us.
Oof.
2-1 victory because we're definitely not keeping a clean sheet. But I think it's a 2-1 victory and probably get like one in the 98th minute because has long ass fucking.
You sure, ready? Because I was being optimistic with the tie. I think we'll take a fat ass L. We might get fucked. They're really good.
There you go. See, there's negative.
I'm just saying. Hey,
it's your prediction. You can call it whatever you want. I say 2-1. And listen, and I said 4 points. I said 4 points total. I still think we get 4 points. We get a victory versus LAFC, and we get a draw versus Houston. You said
I said 0.
You said 1 point. You said 1 point versus Lavas, and Maza said, I think Maza said 1.2. I gotta check it in, but I think Maza said 1.2.
I said.
We still have questions, boys.
Oh shit, we gotta do questions.
Oh hell yeah!
All right, boys. So we'll be live on Monday talking about Saturday's game.
No, wait.
But before we head out, let's run through these questions real quick.
All right, quick. I'll ask the good. What kind of player do we need to sign based on what we saw on tonight's game? I agree. We need a right back.
I think we need a center back.
Wow.
I think we need a center back.
I don't think I'm with you guys at all right now. I think right now we need a link player. I think it could be Jonah, but I don't know if it is going to be Jonah. Someone that can actually link.
Right now?
What's going on?
That's what you need?
Like, yes, right now. Right now. There was, to me, George mentions creativity over and over, and a lot of it. Look at what Luka Modric says. Look at what Casemiro does over Real Madrid right now. That link-up play is so important. It's not there down the middle. We keep looking for the fucking wings, which I get it. That's where our strongest suit is. But hands, if you're asking me who we're looking for, shit, I'm looking for that link-up play that can be that fucking big fucking huevo ass.
Masa,
yeah.
What do you think?
I think we need a cam.
Damn.
I think Jonah's the man, but we need a cam. We need someone creative. We need someone who's not scared to take shots when they're at the top of the box.
So there you go. You have 4 different answers.
Hey, real question though. Look, I'm with you guys. I'm saying if Jonah's not gonna be our man, but on the camera, who comes to mind right now that might be available? And this is because I had the conversation with my cousin earlier, I can't think of a single cam right now that a real cam. Someone can say cam.
No, I'm just kidding. Listen, we have questions. We have questions. I think we could touch on that afterwards.
Y'all ever gonna trust Chicha to take another penalty?
Yes.
Okay. And another question: bad penalty, or does Rudy make that save too?
Bad penalty. That's a bad penalty. That's a bad penalty, brother. Yeah. That's a bad penalty.
Okay. Who should we get to replace GBS?
Oh, chill. How about chill? Give the man.
Another PK question, Chicha. Somebody says Chicharito's a waste of money.
George, stop shaking.
Someone says let Pavon go play in Europe or something. The guy deserves better, man. Not this shit.
You know what? That's true though.
George,
it's not wrong.
George,
no, you're not wrong.
George, stop shaking. Yo, camera shake. There you go. Thank you.
Y'all don't feel the fucking earthquake? Okay, GBS said big fat L, just like Eddie said. Junior says more of the same, and then he says, did we wait all 4 months? We still have no creativity ideas when we're attacking.
You guys have no, fuck that. Who asked that question?
We don't have creativity?
Yeah.
Or did we wait 4 months?
No. Oh, well, both. Oh, shit. I thought,
right, Junior did.
All right. Junior's not listening to our podcast because we've been saying this shit for the last 4 fucking months. That's why we gave you guys MERS. We gave you guys fucking Jella Van Damme.
That's creativity for you.
That's creativity. That's us being creative for you guys to have some fun because we're trash. We gave you guys fucking Penedo.
Yeah.
Come on, yo.
Go back and listen to them. They haven't.
All right. Alex on Twitter wants to know, is Chicha not getting the right chances or is he just not in good shape yet?
Not today.
You know what?
He had
question
chances
though.
Not
he
today.
had his chances
Not
today.
today.
You know what? But I have a question.
All right, go ahead.
Is Chicha a little chubby? Y'all seen it?
I mean,
maybe.
I think he's out of shape. My man was wearing an XL. He wears a medium. I'm assuming he wears a medium. That jersey was kind of big. He's trying to hide something.
All right, but listen.
I
to
do
today
have
though.
question though. Well, what will you guys consider in terms of good chances? Because he had 3, right?
Yeah,
3 good chances.
He had 3.
That's
I know. So how many is good for a center forward like himself? What do you guys
score?
Yeah, to score. Because he's
2
scoring
out of
1 out of 3.
2 out of 3.
2 out of 3. Okay.
No,
2 out of 3.
Could be over 50%.
Today,
Okay.
today,
Me.
but like the chances he got today though, like I need him to be close to like 90% with those chances,
Yeah.
right? Like, the chances he got today,
Listen,
like
I'm in
PK.
agreement. I'm in agreement 100%. But listen, we've seen all the top fucking strikers miss pins.
Yeah,
so I'm
of
not gonna
course.
knock him for that, right? But remove the penalty. Listen, Penaldo's called Penaldo for a reason, right? For a reason. He scores nothing but PKs. But forget that really quick. Apart from that, out of his 2 chances he had, he was basically 50-50.
Yeah.
Right? From the other chances. So that's what I'm asking. For someone like him, what will be a realistic chance? Like, hey, you guys gave him 6 chances and he made 2 out of 4, 2 out of 6. Is that good? I mean, I don't know. I'm asking
you know what? You know what? I think we emphasize a lot on the chances because he rarely gets any. It took him 3 games to get a cheat-out chance that we've been waiting for. So the fact that we rarely see that, so when we see him, we expect him to go in, which isn't fair. But I think if he gets more chances and if he gets 6 and he makes 2, I'm okay with it. But
so I've been knocking him, right?
Yeah,
Isn't that a good thing that he got 3 chances in this game where in the last 2 games he didn't get shit?
But but out of the chances, only 1 came from the team actually.
Yeah,
and this is the one that he put in.
Listen,
he had the header too.
No,
he had the header too.
No,
Yeah,
the
you're
header. No, but
he went up for it. He went up for it.
The one that he missed.
for it.
How's that not from the team?
Because
he went wide.
Is a deflect. The ball is deflected. Yeah, the ball is deflected.
But it was a ball. It was a ball into the box. A low driven.
I think,
but it was nowhere near. It was nowhere near him though. That wasn't going towards him. I was going like right in front of the goalie.
Oh, I don't know if I agree with you there.
Okay, we could.
Okay, fine. But that's what I'm asking you. Like,
let me ask a question. Let me ask that.
Chances then.
Let me answer that. Right. I need him to put 2 out of those 6 away, but I need like 90% of us to be on frame. Right, like even
I'm good with. If they're at least on frame and the goalie saves it, his post or some shit.
Post, fine,
cool.
Yep, I need them to be on frame, right? Like today's chance. Let's say he takes the shot and he puts it on frame and the goalie blocks it. He blocks it, right? But he puts it on frame. Like he missed it the way he missed it. That's a bad look. Yeah. And again, today I think he should have been 3 for 3.
Yeah. All right. Madam Serrano said, "Y'all excited for 2021? #GBS out for the GBS."
Nope.
Galaxian say, "What excuses do you think we'll hear now?"
What excuses are they though? Like
I don't have an excuse.
It's a bad performance.
What excuse is there? We have a bad defense.
Yeah.
That's a legitimate excuse. LA Galaxy fans.
Hold up. Do we though? Look, because we
have a bad defense.
The first 2 games we talked about shit. Our defense looking good with the play.
Oh man,
whatever.
But listen,
we have a bad defense for what played today. We're talking about what played today.
Excuse for today though.
You know what? At this point, and you guys want to come at me for it? Fuck it, that's cool. I'm gonna say it's a goalie thing because we don't have a general. The general should be the fucking goalkeeper. I don't give a fuck how. I don't give a fuck if you're fucking Sergio Ramos. I don't give a fuck if you're RPK.
So Sergio Ramos has more voice than Courtois?
Right? You know, no. Obviously, no. I'm exaggerating. Right,
okay,
but
cool,
before, what about before that though?
With
Casillas?
Oh no. What about before that?
Okay.
Well, I mean,
keep going. Come on, keep going.
But point is,
bad defense.
You guys don't think that we had a real general as a fucking goalkeeper wouldn't put the sorry ass fuckers on check?
No,
just the general.
Even if they put them check.
General,
even if put them in check.
The back.
Even if
anywhere on the field. How about that?
Yeah.
Well, I thought it was
fair enough.
To be, Jonah, but
accurate though.
But we've always said that Jonah's not the type to call someone out.
He didn't even play today. Shit's
irrelevant.
No. But I'm saying about general. Yeah,
general. It's not that.
He's so much of a nice guy.
Yeah. All right. Galaxy Fan Talk, shout you out. We got a nice package coming
nice titty, though.
Tomorrow from him, all 4 of us.
Oh hell yeah!
And Angel never replied back, so I guessed your size.
I saw that after. I didn't realize I didn't have my Discord on. That's not my fault. Damn. Yeah.
All right.
You're right.
Christian Sandoval wants to know Emma or Dunbar.
Dunbar.
Oh, Dunbar. Fuck yeah.
I like Dunbar.
At least he was fucking doing his little shit.
Marlon says DTK needs to do something. What is his number 1 priority? Some options are bring a player 2 in, fire GBS, or stay on course.
Bring a defensive. Yeah. Again, I'm gonna stay with defensive. I know we have different answers for that, but keep GBS. I think the one thing. Can we all agree on that? We keeping GBS, or are you guys ready to move?
I agree, but I need to see more. I need to see more. If we're gonna keep him, I need to see if there's no general on the field. I need a general on the sideline.
Well, listen, I'll say this right. I think can I say we're all good? We're keeping him this season and see how he can progress.
Season, can I give my reason why?
Go for it.
Current, and this is not a scapegoat or anything for him. COVID happened.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
Yep,
that's
Big
a fact.
Facts.
There's a lot of rumors of players that were supposed to be coming to the Galaxy, or that were in talks, or that we were after. We don't know what was real. We don't know what was fake, but there were talks. We really don't know what our team could have been like right now. At this point, we've been more than halfway through the season, right?
But COVID happened to everyone else too,
right? Which is fine. But
I think other teams had a better structure too, though. Like they had a better base than we did.
And we mentioned that we tried to strive for already made players, which is why we said we have to have our conversation about what do we do our academy, right? Because that's what my issue is right now with DZK is our academy just lost 4-0 over the weekend to fucking Phoenix. 4-0. I get it. Phoenix Rising, that's their pro club over there, right? That's their team. But we should not be losing 4-0. I get it, away from home or whatever. It's not a big deal. But if our team has structure and we have this, we should not, even our G2 should not be losing 4-0 away from home.
With the same token, Dunbar's coming up from the academy though.
Right. Which is again, well, but we've also said, does one make up? Again, we haven't had this conversation yet. We need to have this conversation about.
Okay,
not right now.
Right, we have to. Right.
Okay.
Right. The point is, our main squad should be focusing.
They lost their whole skeleton though.
They did, yeah. Right. Which is saying, like, our main squad should be focusing on bringing the best players that we possibly can.
Playboy Bartender says, "Why does God hate us?" Eric says, how do we get rid of Chicharito's contract and get Gareth Bale?
Oh, no,
I don't agree.
Christ,
I don't agree. Eddie Viva said, "We look void of ideas more." So this is good. We look voided on ideas. Is this more on the players or GBS? Also, GBS looks uninterested to me. Thoughts? We talked about it.
Yeah, but again, listen. I'll go back to it, and I know it's like glimpses of it, and it's not necessarily what we want to see, but we are seeing change, right? Like again, as simple as these crosses are not Zlatan crosses. They're like more hoping that Chicharito finds the right run for them, or hoping they're not those type of crosses. There's little changes, and I think, and that's why I said like give GBS the rest of the season to see how much he could develop that. Right? If he doesn't, then he has to go. I could fuck with that. But right now, like I'm seeing changes as subtle as they are. There are changes happening with some more thought to the football than just crossing the ball looking for a header.
Okay. DeAndre wants to know, what is the LA Galaxy playing style, if they even have one?
Yeah. Right now we don't.
Yeah.
We haven't had one for 2 years, my man.
We haven't.
I think that's what GBS needs to do. That's saves his ass.
Ari says, "What are we even playing? I don't see any ideas. Should we consider a change of coach? Does Galaxy need a new coach and a new system? So much as I respect GBS as a player, he ain't cutting it as a coach. Do you think we should continue to be patient with Chicharito project, or does it look to be a lost cause?"
Can I stop for you can you pause here for a second?
Pause.
I know it feels like a long ass time, but this is the third game. This is the third game with a post Zlatan era, right? With a Chicharito era. This is a third game. I get it. Listen, I get why we're demanding, because we are the LA Galaxy and all that. But at the same time, you got to let some of this develop.
Good. No. Fuck that. Good. Keep that fucking pressure. Good. We need that.
Yeah.
Let the
but move on. But move on. Move on already. Like you think that's the right pressure? Moving on 3 games in. Let's move on from GBS project.
Saying, no. I'm saying keep pressure.
Yeah, keep the pressure, but smart pressure though. Like, right, like we want results. We want the team to play better.
Right.
We don't
I think he needs to feel the pressure in order for him to project that pressure onto the players.
Whatever it is, but like all that pressure, I'm thumbs up on, right? But the pressure of like, should he go? Should we leave? Like, come on, like Jesus Christ, guys! Like we're 3 games into the season.
Because
everyone needs to chill on GBS.
Everyone knows what my big beef with Chicharito is. But again, we talk about that's 3 games in. 3 games in, he actually scored. Now he should have scored 3. Now, but let's assume he would have scored 3. It would have been 3 goals in 3 games based on stats, the way that people view stats. So,
and it's a 3-2 game, and we win, and the tone is different, right?
Yeah, of course, absolutely. Well, we would have nitpicked on certain things, but
but the tone is different.
I wouldn't have been drinking these right now.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Got any more?
Yeah. Why did GBS only make 2 subs? Listen, I'm going back to, we don't have that. We spent a whole hour and a half last week talking about, oh, we have 4 players in here. We have to. It is what it is. He put in Cuello for Dunbar. Cuello touched the ball like 4 times.
Yeah, Cuello
did nothing with it. Nothing with it. So we don't have depth. Who else were you gonna sub in? What were you gonna do with these subs?
You know what I'm gonna say?
Put in Araujo. You want to put in a defender? So
no. Okay, yeah, but see, that's what I talked about last week, though.
No,
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Circumstance.
No, hold on. Before you go on the rant, I talked about this last week. I said the place where we need the depth is in the attackers, right? Because we broke it down to defenders, midfielders, and attackers.
We said we already had 2.
Because really, listen, and we brought him in, right? We brought Wild in. But what else is there after that, right? We were losing, so like you're not gonna bring in a defensive midfielder. Like Sasha's coming out because he don't have the legs for it. Then where else? So there's depth, just not in the right places.
Well, and to back that up, Rudy, what we talked about last week, we completely forgot about Corona's
record
shit.
Yeah,
right, because we had him as a starter, right?
Corona.
Yeah, so we had him as a starter, meaning that he would have been replacing Kitchen or Sasha. So whatever we talked about last week goes out the window, with the exception from the defensive perspective. Because from the defensive perspective, we have depth. It wasn't the offense where we talked about was the problem. Is depending on what happens with the scoreline is where we may have issues. But we didn't think that Dunbar was going to be starting. Actually we did. But we didn't think that we were going to have this formation. We did, right? Us 4 as a collective. We had other people starting. But you know where my biggest issue is here? Out of everything, is Efrain Alvarez.
The absence of him?
Irrelevant. I've been told you.
It's relevant because everyone made this whole big. Oh, I'm rejuvenated. Zlatan told me this. I lost this. He couldn't even fucking make he as a sub. Obviously, GBS doesn't see anything in him that can be like, yo, I am a game changer. I can come in because he's an offensive player. We're not expecting him to play defense.
You guys called it. You guys called it, right?
Yes,
I was the only one that said that. Like I wanted to believe in the hype, but you guys called it, said that you weren't believing it because he hasn't shown anything to it.
He's not.
He's not. How many more questions we got, George?
We have 4 more. We have from 1 to 10. How shit is Chicharo?
No.
Right,
1 to 10 or 7? Actually no.
6.
Like 6 being like he's least shit, right? Like he's
yeah. Okay, more shit. The biggest shit is 10.
Oh, so right, fine. Leave it at that.
Okay. 2021. Bring back Zlatan and get Messi.
Oh my. You guys have any comment? No.
Messi, yes, but Zlatan, all right, I'm already over it.
Oh, the George freeze. I think George might have got frozen.
Oh, that's.
Oh no, there he is. There he is,
boys.
No, he is. There he is.
Huh? And then the last question is Chicha or Gio?
Chicha.
What?
Chicha or Gio? Chicha.
Ooh. But they don't play the same position though.
Still Chicha.
I didn't ask the question. All right,
fuck it. You know what? I'm gonna say Gio, because we're lacking creativity, and at least Gio can give us that.
And Zubac is gonna score?
No, Gordon Wawa, baby.
Hey, you know what? Gio's that
Gordon
number. Gio's that false 9 we need right now.
Yeah, and we do. You know what? I'll take him out every night. I'll buy him his hookers. I'll get him borracho as fuck. I'll do whatever he needs.
What?
But Gio can. He can though. We've never talked about his skills.
No.
He has it.
Listen, you're lucky it's 11:36, so I'm not too worried about our censorship. With that being said, though, this is a late night show. 66 of you guys still there. Only 39 likes.
So all of you.
Damn.
Hit them likes, though. Hit them likes for us one time. Again, thanks for fucking with us. Thank you for staying up all night, late night with us. But with that being said, is another episode of Straight from the Stands. I'm boy Rudy, and I am Smarts on Twitter. I'm Smarts on Twitch. I am Smarts on the gram.
Jay Undefeated 7, Twitch, Instagram, and Twitter.
I'm back on Twitter, y'all. Follow me at LiveItAF. Right?
Nope.
There, yeah. At LiveItAF96 and on Instagram. And what was that? Oh, yeah. PSN Network, ADF3691. Oh, PSN, ADF3691.
And just trash at FIFA.
Fuck yeah.
Peace, y'all. Have a good night.
Peace.